so glad the podcast is live. Warp speed ahead.
Itching with sound like
Welcome everyone to STFC Briefings. Here comes the point which makes me nervous more than anything in the world is clicking OBS off on Discord and everything works. Okay, great. That's fantastic news. That did work. That was quite a surprise, which is always fantastic. Welcome in. Wow. Welcome to Sunday. And we're still on the hype train. Oh, well, we're still going on the hype train. 4 minutes, 40 seconds. Thank you so much. Last day for Ambitious About Autism. Exclamation point tip. Any money you can put in there. Would be really, really cool. Quazel says, oh boy, did that really happen? Can it be enduring, Nigel, that often for 35 stream streak? Yes, you can, buddy. Yes, you can, because you saw the madness from that, and that's absolutely incredible. Atsuma with a 10 stream streak. Galileo Figaro is also with his 35 green screen. Love you, Galileo. See, Quazel, people do match you. People do love me in some way in everything you say. But you are here, Quazel, aren't you? Which is very, very exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, good. Yeah, you know, it's
my free will. It's who knows? And I mean, maybe I'm forced by Nigel. You know.
Yes,
he's
exactly.
holding something over my head and killing me softly. No, that's another thing.
It's blackmail. However, Quazel, I'd like to put a little joke for you. If you get a chance, put exclamation point KJ into the chat and see what happens, Quazel. Quazel, get the code.
Hey, yo.
Is that OG? Quazel, yeah, there you go.
Oh, that's sweet. Thank you very much.
There's also exclamation point cursed as well, which is available. Solar Walden, welcome on the first time chatting in Twitch, which is amazing. Fix Kishara, Monkey Nut says, yes, I agree, because you're about to watch Shockwave Prime get absolutely slaughtered in waves as he goes, Kishara's not working. Kishara's not working. In fact, shall we have a drinking game? How many times will Shockwave Prime say the words, oh, the Kishara didn't work? I think that would be a good thing. Welcome in. Shockwave Prime, are you ready to showcase everybody a little bit of dual waves? We'll wait till this hype train ends, but yeah, thanks for coming in again and making that suggestion.
Sorry, I am attached to terrible internet, but you know, we'll make it work.
Not this. Do you know what? The sales pitch that Shockwave Prime says to me, don't worry, Nigel, I've got great internet at home. I'm going to attach myself to it. It's going to be fantastic. I'm like, oh, internet. Oh, that's great. Yeah, we should definitely try it again. Now, as the show begins, and I've written it all down, Shockwave Prime goes, yeah, I'm attached to terrible internet. I'm like, what does that even... Wait, what? I mean, this is under-promising, over-delivering, as always, by Shockwave. Or was that? Galileo. Thank you very much for the 5 gifted, Galileo. The hype train's still going. Shockwave, while you turn your video on and I set it up on screen, we will continue with the hype train as everyone there. We are not here alone. We do have legendary CC. Yes, he's legendary now. He's got more followers than even Quazel. Albatron is here, which is fantastic news. So make sure you go follow him as well. Abs, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, good to be here, Nigel.
Yeah, great to have you, bud. It's always good. And then we do have Beach Whale. I think he can hear me. I don't know if he can hear me, but hopefully he can hear me now that he's restarted. So, while we get...
I didn't restart anything.
Oh, did you not Oh, I thought you said you can hear me on
No,
Discord.
it was just...
Oh.
Yeah, it was because Discord didn't switch over to my headset. Discord's stupid.
Oh, okay. No problem. Susie, QT2, and Dominus Prime, thanks for you guys cheering. You're keeping us going. It's unreal. And thanks for the anonymous gifted. I think I know who you are, to complete our 100 quid that we're raising for Ambitious About Autism. Thank you so much. That hits us our target for this month, which keeps everything going to them, which is great. Remember, every sub goes to them. I appreciate you all. As Shockwave Prime takes about 6 years to load his internet. By the way, just to confirm to everybody, it's blurry already. I can barely see anything. Oh my God, it's cutting.
It's because the app crashed.
Sorry? What's happened?
It's because the app crashed.
The Asper what now?
The app crashed.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the app crashed. Has anyone experienced that in Star Trek Fleet Command? Just
Never.
Yeah, crazy. That's what I heard. I heard the ass cracked, and I was like, what? That's amazing. So, nah, of course, exactly. As you pop it up, we will be showing dual waves. What we'll do is we're going to do 2, 3, or 4, however many dual waves it can do. We'll have a discussion about it. It'll be only a small segment. Then we'll move on to mid-ops, where I hope Ghost Pepper will come on and have a conversation. Rusty Halo's in the audience. Oh, I love Rusty Halo. Rusty Halo, you're one of my favorite people. I love Rusty Halo. I hope you're doing well, my friend. Great to see you here. I'm just going to pop this out, Shockwave Prime, and get this video up and running. But Quasel, is there an update on STFC.CC you'd like to sort of showcase at all or talk about? And then we can showcase it later.
We can talk about it a little bit. We today added buildings into it.
Oh, nice.
So we can now, once Lightpool has done the export, finally finished, we have then all the stuff, almost all stuff that affects combat. I posted a screenshot on the Discord.
Wow.
And we're getting close to realistic numbers. It needs tweaking. Some stuff needs to be properly categorized, but most of it feels now really, really solid.
Yeah.
And I'm really hyped. Once we get the buildings export, then we have almost all research-related stuff, like, skins, weapons, artifacts.
Oh, wow.
Chaos Tech, Forbidden Tech, all of it is in there.
So that
We
basically
just need
someone
the
can go in
exports for
there
levels.
and just have a look at one thing, and they can get everything they want out of it, basically. That is sensational. That is brilliant, and it gives you. And how confident of this coming out soon, Quasel? How far is it from? Do you reckon from it appearing?
I think depending on how Sudo can do this work and when Lightpool does the export, because without the export it's kind of pointless.
Yeah.
Within a week-ish, I hope to have a proper version going. I mean, if people want to play around with it, I posted in the Discord the link to the current version, but keep in mind that link will change and whatever. And it has just the current state of it, but you can, at your research, at your officers, building some weird presets that kind of randomly generated to give us some values to look at.
Amazing.
And, using the phrase and that stuff is still work in progress. But I'm really hyped because, seeing numbers like, I don't know, 30k weapon damage on my account-ish, 20, almost 2k critical hit damage and stuff. So it's like, you see the values getting to the point where it's okay, yeah, that seems like a value my account has.
Yeah, no, that's amazing. Yeah, no, that's great.
It will open so many doors once that works properly, like for simulation, for comparison of accounts.
That makes a huge difference, and people can then discuss it for things more. Shockwave Prime, we still don't see anything on the screen. Is there anything you can help us with to...
Let's see here. Hold on 1 second here.
I mean, if he doesn't get it working, there is a video from Sandra from a full level 70 wave.
Yeah. This would be...
I can shoot you.
Yeah, amazing.
How about now?
Yeah, we can see that now.
Okay.
And he's getting ready for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's go on to Twitch. So you guys are all ready. We are... Oh, by the way, we're 20 seconds away from this hype train. We'll wait for this to finish. 12 subs or 5.8k bit. That's way miles away. Did he turn it off and on and leave it on again? Yes, he did. D Camel, how you doing, my friend?
Hello, D Camel. How are you today? I can speak in this voice.
We've got 5 seconds to go on this hype train. 12 subs. Yeah, we'll switch across. That's not a problem at all. Here we go. Switching across, hoping that Shockwave is not going to, or STFC is not going to screw us today. And Shockwave's internet is a little bit better. Shockwave, the way your mobile is set up, I've had to tweak a few things to make this fit, which is really, really disturbing.
And after this, I'm going to be able to definitively prove to everyone waves are playable on a mobile device, because I've always heard from the beginning when I tell everyone I play from a phone, how do you play from a phone? Well, I'm about to show you how.
Well, okay, here we go, guys.
You're in for a pain.
Yeah, exactly. We have moved to that. Wait, is that the legendary sniper? Is that sniper there? No, I thought it was sniper. I was really excited to see him there. Okay, as we can see on the screen, we have Shockwave Primes. Kitty's broke my earbuds on the way to the store. Will be entertaining everyone with the stream. Yeah, hi all. Hey, Dog Treat Gaming, how you doing, buddy? How's everyone? Thanks for the level 7 hype train. That's really kind of you all. Okay, so we're on screen and we're viewing Shockwave Prime. Right, so Shockwave, can you show us what's on the... So you've got the Vengeance and the USS Athena. What level's the
I got
USS
the
Athena at? Let's have a look.
The Athena is 7. So I grew up a little bit since the stream the other day. So
Yes.
for those of you all that don't know, later on that night, I went on to MJ Hat stream and let his audience know, let everyone else know that on tier 7, this is vital, at tier 7 for the Athena, the very first thing you want to upgrade is the shield component.
Yeah.
Because for those of you that have a max cube, you get a max cube type power bump from just the shield component alone. It gives over 2,000 shield deflection. So that should be the very first thing that you upgrade when you get to tier 7. So it takes your Athena from about 3.5 billion at that point, 4 billion depending on research, all the way up to that number right there. We see 86 billion.
86
so that is
billion.
a massive power up.
Yeah, let's have a look at your crew. I know there's only 5 minutes till it starts. Let's have a look at your crew. On the, as you can see, he decided to go with the Janeway, sort of McCoy, Wok McCoy, and Wok Savick combo on the Vengeance. I know that Quazel's switching in his sheets, in his seat right now, going, that's not the crew to use, but that's okay. And then...
I promise you it works.
Yeah, and it works really well. And let's go to the USS Athena. I would have thought you'd need the power. Let's have a look at the USS Athena, and there we go. We got SNW Pike, SNW Sam Kirk, and SNW Mbenga. All right, so...
And I want to shout out Dave Gross for helping me with the Mbenga, because we decided to go with Mbenga over to Pring.
Brilliant.
So.
Yeah. No, Datestros is a world-class person as well, ladies and gentlemen. If you do find him, please tag him on my Discord. He's very helpful and very lovely. Okay, shall we kick off with a wave and see how it works? Shockwave. I might be speaking during it, and we'll see how that goes.
And I will...
Yeah.
If I come over top of you, Nigel, I'm not meaning to. There's just a couple things, like I told you, I wanted to point out.
Please do.
So, so the first wave is going to be pretty basic. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and start it, and you can kind of narrate as we go from there.
Yeah, that's fantastic. Here we go. We start with the first wave. As you know, everybody, the rule is hit your explorers first, as they work their way through. Hit your basic ships first, and then hit the Venari Ral last. That's usually the tactic on a 70. Let's see what Shockwave Prime does. He seems to be aiming towards those. He is using the mobile. Seska, I know Sugar read that list. It's I go Seska Suder rather than Wok McCoy and Wok Savick. Quazel, do you want to jump in on crewing and why that is better or not better, or any advice there?
Too many factors. It depends. On the target you're hitting, and his ship is anyway overpowered for the 70 wave.
Yeah.
So he will kill everything anyway, almost regardless of crew.
Yeah.
In that scenario, I'd have most likely gone for full synergy on a Strange New Worlds.
Yeah, well, he does.
Because that's even less damage.
Yeah, so
now with Mbenga, he doesn't have the full synergy because...
It's SNW Mbenga.
Or has he?
Yeah, SNW Mbenga. Yeah. Full synergy. As you can see as well, look at that tier 7. It's not even getting a scratch on it. It's absolutely superb.
Yeah.
Sandra says for the Athena, it has super high mitigation. So if you're not hitting up, then to Pring is not needed. Very good advice.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah, very good advice there. As you can see, he still hits the survey to get the hyperthermic decay boost for both his ships, which is very important to see. And that's important. And then he goes after those ships. After that, I think his teammate is doing well as well, which is great.
I want to shout out for my old alliance, SSB, Winter Rose, who is helping me today. So we are. So I want to thank Winter Rose for helping me.
Yeah, thanks, Winter Rose, for coming in. Sandra continues saying tier 7 should not need any mitigation in a 70 wave, but in a 73 it still would.
Yeah.
Great advice there by Sandra.
Yep.
Velvet Thunder says it's critical not to hit a combat drone with the Athena. Sim Genie says SNW Pike and Mbenga. No, SNW Mbenga. It's full synergy. It's partial since 2 commanders. No.
Yeah, that's what I said.
But SNW Mbenga.
Because they're both command. Yeah.
Yeah. So
as we can see too, the game is lagging because I did click this drone right here, and it did miss over with the Kashara. So that's what we were talking about earlier, with the Kashara being a little bit borked right now because of that. So
Yeah, exactly. So double check what you click on and hope for the best. Cindy Sorensen says, how many packs did it cost you
this
to?
was this pack. We did it on stream. Nigel, if I think I remember, it was the unlock and the 2 tier up packs, and that got me to tier 7. Or
Yes.
tier. I'm sorry. The tier. No, I got me to tier 4, and then the additional tier up pack got me to tier 7.
So 3 packs. So basically, the
Yeah.
ship and 3 packs got you to tier 7,
Correct.
Sydney Sorensen. So there you go. Which isn't too bad, to be honest. Not
It's
too
not
bad.
too bad to get up to tier 7, because tier 7 is that gateway. That gateway to T7 with the with that huge bump. That shield component is getting it ready for G7 play. So it spends its first 6 tiers essentially as a G6 ship, and it lives out the rest of its life cycle as a G7 ship.
Yeah, also, great question here by Nutella. Oh, by the way, I love Nutella, by the way. I had Nutella protein ice cream. It's unbelievable. May be useful to kill both repair drones, so the Athena does not need to do the combat drones. Now, you don't need to do that because...
The reason I'm not doing that, and that's a great call out, but the reason I'm not doing that is because I'm saving one for my partner to do.
Yes. So, and it buffs both ships. Is that right?
Yes. Yes, it buffs both ships.
So
yeah,
you
definitely don't want to be. You don't want to be a drone hog. You want to make sure that you help your partner out with this. So each of you get one.
Yeah, exactly. McShiz also responds that the repair drones should only be 1 per player, not hogged. This seems like a Peacher's a what? A pita bread. This is not a cooking show. We're not talking about pita breads.
So on this wave right here, I want to point out,
Yeah.
I'm taking my Athena down south because that's where the Venari Raw spawn.
Okay.
And I'm moving my Vengeance to the side here because these are training drones.
Okay.
So the Vengeance is going to short work these training drones. So that's why you see a lot of ship movement right there.
You said pain in the KJ. That sounds like really disgusting. Ryan MTG says waves are low carbs. Yeah, you're right. You're allowed to have waves because they're low carbs. There you go, Quasel. Finally, you don't have to eat a rotten apple. You can do that. Is there a spawn map of the new duo waves? Crazy. I have a spawn map, and I might release it. I was going to leave it to Lube and Candy White to do it, but I'm happy to release the one I've got, which Jules did a clock version, and I actually turned it into something graphical, which I thought would be cool. But I thought I'd just double check a few things.
Question is,
yeah, go on.
Which one did you use? Because I have different versions. I've seen different versions.
Okay. If you have a good one as well, Quasel, that's very image graphical, please do. Yeah, no problem, Crazy. We can do that. Between Quasel and I and a few others and even legendary MJ Hat, we've got a way to do this. So now you're watching the waves and how they're doing. See how simple it is. The intriguing thing for us here is when we get to wave 5. Because wave 5 onwards is where we don't know. Like, unless you've played it, or you're Sandra and Ferry, who both smash 70s like it's nothing. And that will be amazing.
That's my next point here. So
Great.
Notice where my Athena is and where I'm keeping the Vengeance.
Okay. Yeah.
So the Athena is right there because that is what the wave 5 is 16 Venari Raw from each side, the left and the right.
Wow.
So, and I'm not going to use the Kashara on this. I'm timing it out. Because the Kashara is broken, I'm doing 3 loops. See right there, 3 beams, and then hitting the other one.
Oh,
so
nice.
That's kind of how I'm maximizing. Even though the Kashara is kind of broken, 3 beams, 3 shots, off to the next one.
Wow, amazing. Stalatorian says I made it to wave 7. Well, hopefully we'll see wave 8. I want to see that super ship.
We're seeing wave 8. Yeah, we're going to see wave 8. Winter and I we're doing these last night, so we're definitely going to beat this. So that, unless one of us has a misstep, we're going to.
Yeah, you're going to do that. Yeah, no, that's absolutely amazing. Nutella says you can survive wave 5 with only 1 Athena, but we had 2 strong vengeances to not. That's too strong to not to die against the Venari Ral. Interesting. So you do need 2 Athenas, though, because I assume your partner's doing the same on the opposite side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, he is.
Yeah, she is, which is vital to
because the Venari Ral each one would deduct 10% of a hull.
Yeah.
So even if you can have a lot of hull left, it's like 5 you can take maybe out of 16.
Yeah.
So if 11 hit the it's just, yeah, I mean, maybe with Cisco, you have tools to kind of mitigate all of it a little bit,
Yeah.
but without the ship, it's kind of pointless. But you see in this wave, those hostiles are level 64. So if you can manage, like with your Vengeance, to hit the combat drones beforehand and not shred your low level Athena, because it might be not strong enough in the beginning,
Yeah.
you can still do those. So there are ways, even with lower Athenas. My tier 3 Athena in token space
Yes.
can kill up to 70.
Okay. But what that does, though, Quasel, is tier 7, because tier 8
Yeah.
is 71, basically. So tier...
Now watch this. Wave 7, or wave 6 is coming up. I'm moving my Vengeance and then moving this, and I'm going to hit this repair drone.
Okay.
That's going to be 6. Now that's very important because when we hit wave 7, I'm going to give you guys a pro tip. All right.
Ooh, hello.
So
That's amazing. Also, a pro tip here by Humble the Sea, legendary Humble, says, note, in the final wave 8, doesn't matter how many points you have left on the tower, if you do not kill the single battleship at the end, you lose. So just that's a clue for people as well. And
in wave 6, as you can see, is very, very relaxed because of the madness that you just went through. So kudos to Scopely for realizing that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I do definitely have to shout Scopely out for that design.
Yeah.
Give you a little bit of a breather after a wild wave 5.
Yeah, also, very good point. What tier Athena you need to get through this? Humble says you need a tier 4 Athena to get through 8 out of 8 on the level 66s. But for the 70s, Sandra, unless you've done it with less, it sounds like a tier 7 is what's
So these are, this round right here
Yes.
is Binari Raw and training drones. So I let this pass, and I've told my partner, we're letting that one pass because as we can see right there, training drones, okay? So
Yeah.
I think
the
there is
training
one
drones
combat
don't
drone
need-
of each one, correct?
Yes. So yeah, this is more of a common drone right here. There is one combat drone. So the reason I let that pass is because the 10% damage that I'm going to take on my Vengeance from hitting the one combat drone is worth the is going to be worth the damage, or the damage replenishment that we're going to get on the central core here. So on wave 7, let the drone pass. Let the repair drone pass.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Yeah, that's true.
That's correct.
Natella says as well, Quasel, that tier 6 is possible. The hull repair ability is awesome, which is great. Sandra agrees a tier 6 Athena is sufficient for level 70 wave, or for 73 you need an estimated tier 9 as the sweet spot. Thank you, Sandra, for that feedback as well. That sounds like it's good.
I'm going to bring my Vengeance down here.
Yeah.
To position for this. Your Venari Raw, wave 8, are going to start over here.
Okay.
On the sides, there's going to be one group down here, as we see, and there will be a combat repair drone that comes up later. So don't let your guard down, because from here, wave 8 is pretty much the Athena show. And I will show you exactly where the big battleship spawns up here in just a second. They spawn up north about 12 o'clock.
Yeah.
So we'll knock this off right here.
Nice.
There's that combat drone coming right there. So after this hits, your Vengeance can just sit. It can be a decoy if you run out of time or have some sort of mishap.
Yeah.
So I'll bring it up to the center just as kind of an insurance policy to slow something down.
Nice.
Just in case, but generally we haven't needed to do that. So I swing south and take care of this. Meanwhile, Winter is up north. He's taking care of the drones up north, and we'll see those here in just a moment.
The Humble sees also the Athena Apex Barrier active ability works for both ships, for both players. So you should alternate each person at the start of each round. Yes, go ahead, Quasel, explain it further.
That was what I was saying. It has a 3-minute-ish cooldown, I think.
Yeah.
And you can alternate it, and it can help you depending on your research, because as usual, all these things are dependent if you did any research for that amplify ability.
Yeah, amazing,
Right
amazing.
there, right there. That's the big one right there. So that's the big ship right there.
Yeah.
And you can now see both ship have gotten the buff, even his partner, unless he activated it too. But
yeah.
so it buffs all ships in a wave, and you can even do a research so that the heal ability, the second ability of the ship, gets more potent. So if you time all of it properly, you can maybe even do more with lower ships, depending on.
Yeah, that's amazing. And now we can see the rewards for the 8 as it appears on screen. There you go. Wow, that's. Do you know what? That's really good for something like that, which is absolutely superb. Yeah, and it's really
important. And if you look.
Yeah, go on.
At the total values in the sheet I posted, it's more beneficial to do only level 70 wave 7 than doing 66 all to the end.
Ah, okay. So 70 wave 7, yeah.
70 wave 7 gives you more than finishing a 66. So even if you can't kill the thing at the end, as long as you can kill 72s with your normal chips, that's kind of the determining factor, you're better off.
Yeah, also, Ferry says, Cassandra's saying the sweet spot is about a tier 9-ish. Ferry says he reckons a tier 8 with some upgrades. I reckon the tier 8 shield component might be enough. It's a very big jump again. Tier 9 if you don't want to use the buffs, I guess, which is very, very good advice. Humble also says, the Athena Apex barrier, works for both ships. I already read that out. Thank you, Ferry, and thank you, Sandra says the buffs take long to set up. That was pretty easy there, Shockwave, and it gave us quite a lot to sort of talk about, and the Athena is fantastic. Now, the question is, if you are one person who, got himself a purple tick because he is a superstar and owns probably one of the best desks you've ever played gaming on, and you are one of the greatest uncles I've ever had, and had 2 Athenas, could you defeat this wave on your own? Ladies and gentlemen, we have Lost In on the stage. I can't believe a partner joins us on stage. Hello, Mr. Lost In partner, sir.
Hello, Nigel, partner, sir. How are you?
Yeah, no, Mr.
Ambassador,
partner.
sir. In fact, ambassadors.
Hey, sorry, I will always bow down to you, sir. You wield the puppets and the power all the time.
Well, I am here, as I often am, to share a message. Are you ready for the message?
Oh, God. What is it now?
Okay. No.
So, as an ambassador, Nigel, I am calling upon you as an ambassador to spread the word of @MJHat, which is a movement that is taking over Discord. Everybody is tagging all of their messages on Discord with @MJHat, and we've come up with a mechanism. If your birthday is an even year, like say 74, every even hour, one message into Discord that says @MJHat. And if your birthday is an odd year, every odd hour, you put a message into Discord @MJHat. We are very concerned about our friend @MJHat, who has been feeling ignored by the community and didn't feel like anyone was paying attention to him. And he has asked me in the background, he will deny it here, but he has asked me and begged and pleaded that we get everyone to tag him in Discord with @MJHat. So I am here to spread the word, and I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Dr.
And to add to that,
thank you, Dr. Reinchef, for the 100 cheered bits, which obviously means that he liked what you said, Lost In. So when people share cheered bits, I'm just trying to teach people as an ambassador on how Twitch works. But basically, the 100 bits means he agrees with you completely, Lost In, even though we have a video that says that stop telling false prophecies.
I'll come in. I'll come in one step further there, Lost In.
Yeah.
I haven't told MJ this yet. But
oh no,
Nigel and we're wrestling fans. I know MJ is a wrestling fan.
Yeah.
MJ, you have a very chantable name. Can we get a little MJ hat? MJ hat. MJ hat.
MJ hat. MJ hat.
Yeah, but
I love you all, but oh my God.
To show our dedication and to make it even more impactful, we all can add Lost In to the ping to show him that we are following him and doing what he tells us to do.
That's totally fine.
Everyone with me, let's go. MJ Hat. MJ Hat. MJ Hat. MJ Hat. Sing it. Because you know what everybody wants. Everybody wants MJ Hat. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. MJ Hat is here on stage, and we welcome it in with the prophet of all, Lostin. Thank you very much, MJ Hat. He is here. MJ Hat, we do have a song for you. That song will be released next week because next week, Lostin has agreed to come becoming as part of the background crew. Because we have a legendary singer who's going to come and sing the STFC Briefings song live, here with their microphone, playing it with a little bit of a band, which I think will be fun. Lostin will be joining them as a backup singer, ladies and gentlemen. Lostin is here. That's absolutely amazing. That's going to be great. Lostin, I'm so glad you agreed to that. You didn't say no. Okay, no problem. Thank you very much, Lostin.
Of course I agree.
Just completely agree. We'll be singing live. So it'll be Colby who's going to be singing it. She's got a little band together.
Sounds like a terrible idea. I'm in.
She's going to sing it and then go, who is this person that's ruining all this? What?
Egon, you said crossing the streams was bad.
Exactly. Also, she will be sending a message, which is to continue the MJ Hat movement. So if a famous singer says this, then who are we to argue with people, right? So that will be something.
Nigel, I've got Winter standing by. Do you want us to do another wave, or are we done?
Now, so discussion, people. Anything you'd like to see that's different that we can try? I really enjoyed watching that. I thought the good thing about it was to see the Athena at Tier 7 is pretty much a monster and can handle those waves pretty well. It killed the other ships without any major problems. I thought, is there anything else that people will do that? Omega J, you'll see who will be next week. It's someone close to me. No.
Hi, Laz.
No, Pau will not be coming here.
Laz out.
I hope Lost Whale is a better doctor than singer. Well, I mean...
Low bar.
Very... yeah, exactly. Alex Powers, like a son of a bitch, I'm in. Right, okay, I'm in. Is it Taylor Swift? No, it's not anyone that big. Bloody hell. I mean, I don't think I could pull off miracles, but that's a different level. But we will have a singer who wants to do it with a band and do all that sort of stuff, which I think is quite cool. Murphy has done there. Also, Lostin, if you do lose at marbles, you can put !KJ into the Twitch chat, which will, is a very nice gesture. Or you can !cursed because, you've been unlucky. But genuine question. Anyone else, even you, Quasel, anything we can do playtesting wise and do one more wave to have a look at? Anything anyone wants to see?
I don't think so. I mean, because he did it easily, even switching around crews wouldn't do or change much.
Yeah.
Because his Athena is just overpowered at that point.
Yeah.
Because you saw he didn't need a repair, he didn't need a buff. He just kind of finished it.
Yeah, the question is, could he do a 73?
No.
No.
I mean, it depends.
I've tried it.
You've tried it, have you?
The problem is, I guess you did fail not on the Athena side, but even on the ship to kill the hostiles you need to kill there.
But the Athena starts to take a lot of damage on the 73s.
Yeah.
Even on the Venari Wells.
And on the 73, and I want to add on a little bit to that.
Yeah.
The Athena, like I said earlier, so Tier 7 is where this thing really starts breaking in to be a G7 ship. So once you get that component, that's kind of like the graduation of this ship. Once you get that shield component, which is only 1,040 Athena parts. So once you get that component, that is kind of its graduation from a G6 ship to a G7 ship. So this is early G7 ship. This thing can easily hit 70s, maybe a couple 71s, but definitely would be outmatched at 73.
Well, Big Cheese Guy says, wait till you see it at Tier 10. I'm intrigued. If you have anything we can see, Big Cheese Guy, that'd be amazing. Relentless asks, is the ship plus 3 packs to get you to Tier 7? I know there's no special pack to get you to Tier 8 yet. at the moment, isn't it? It stops at tier 7, the special packs. So it gets you there.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean,
it stops at tier 7, which is a conversation that Cruzito and I were having the other day.
Yeah.
It's not only the shield component in tier 7 though. It's the armor as well, like going from 140k to 280.
Yes.
So you want most of those components upgraded because damage goes up, shield, hull. So it's you need everything kind of ish to almost a tier 8 to have the G7 stats. But at tier 4, it can already do a lot of things, especially for the normal loop. It's very easy.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you've seen it.
Yeah.
My tier 3 can kill a 70. So yeah, I mean that's like.
Yeah, exactly. So I've taken. I don't think we need another wave. It shows you how it works. Yeah, and we'll see that working. So I appreciate you helping us with that one. I've taken you off the screen as well. So. So that'll be something to sort of look at. Thank you, everybody. That was a nice little view on how strong the Athena is. For people that are coming up through the levels, Quasel, or even Lost In, if you switch your mic to your main mic as well, Lost In, it's just, what is the advice you give people to get the ship? Once you get it in 100 days, tier 4 is the thing you can aim for, if that's possible. Is that where everyone should get to?
Yeah. I mean, the higher the better, the easier. You know, it's always the same game, and it depends a lot on your account state.
Yes.
That's for a G7 player. I think you want it at tier 4-ish to get to a useful point. I wanted to do waves today, but my partner didn't show up, so I'll do them tomorrow, testing how far my tier 3 can go.
Yeah.
But I expect we can do the level 70, most likely 7 out of 8, maybe the 8. But yeah, you need buffs for that and using the active ability and the heal. So working the clock a little bit.
Does FC Cisco make a difference here? To giving you a little bit.
It can help a little
be
bit.
one of the tools. Yeah.
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 But it's once every hour and a half, so it's a one shot deal.
Yeah, one shot deal. But then, as Quasel said, it's not worth jumping up to that level to do 173, just when it's better to do 170, like multiple 70s. RMG DOS says doing all 8 waves of a 70 doesn't take that much, which is amazing. Killer Angel says. Quasel likes to party loop or something. It's a joke. It's in German. I'm just going to laugh at it. Yeah. You like that one, Lost In? You like my laugh there?
Yeah, I think that you've laughed more at that joke than any German joke deserves. I will say that the level 70s, if you have 2 Athenas, a tier 3 or tier 4 with a combat crew would probably be more than enough to finish. And I think the other thing that's nice about it, just to point it out, if you finish all 8 levels, you get, for a 70, you get 400 of the basic refinery stuff.
Yeah.
So actually at level 71, 72, and I think even 73, you never need to hit a training drone again, because you can do I think maybe 72, you can get the Academy Engineering credits with the training merits just from running the duo waves.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So
that's a benchmark. So if you can do 70 up until the end of Ops 72, that's all you need to do if you can get through level 8.
Yeah, exactly. Like Big Cheese Guy says, Athena at tier 10 is 547 billion power. My God. One upgrade is
That's not big at all.
Yeah, 547 billion. One upgrade is a 49% boost, which is quite huge. Maflat asks, like, good to know what works for the little guys, but without the ship, is that info anywhere? Yes, we do have it on the Academy Drone Dual Waves in there, which would be good. Without the ship, you can't really expect to beat wave 5 to 8. I think you might. Can you get 5 without the Athena?
No.
You can't even.
No,
you can't
I mean,
can't even unlock
in
wave
theory,
without the Athena.
Oh, really? Well, yeah.
If you had 4 ships and you use Cisco, you probably could do wave 5. There's a lot of free roll.
Yeah.
Nope. My
on, Beast.
partner and I tried a 70 with our 73 uncommons, which are both T7 and our max vengeances, and we couldn't get past tier 4 or wave 4.
Yeah, I think there's 5 to 8. You definitely
It
need that.
it depends how good you can go through wave 4. So how easily you can kill 72s and how much damage you take.
Oh no, we were taking, once we hit wave 4, we took massive amounts of damage.
Yeah, exactly.
It wasn't even an option.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but I did wave 4 easily with my partner, so we would have gone to wave 5
with
easily.
An Athena?
No, without wave 4 was before like last month, and we did wave 4 easily.
Yeah,
and that's been with the harder drones.
Well, well, that's different though. We didn't even do him last month because I was so pissed off at this game.
Yeah.
Same with him. But yeah, I think we would have had a completely different experience with the Academy drones. But with the Veneri, it doesn't work.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I can't remember exactly how many there are, but there are a lot in that next wave. And since you take an absolute amount of damage, I'm not sure it's possible. Like, it might mathematically be possible with all the right conditions. 32 of them, there's no way.
16 but times 2, that's
32.
You need to survive you can leave about 10 depending on how good you did beforehand.
Yeah.
So you need to kill 22.
Yeah, that's
happening. 6 per ship. So if you can heal your ships like Cisco and have took less damage beforehand, it might be a stretch.
Yeah, so
it would be a stretch.
Yeah, so basically, the USS Athena obviously takes you through the next set of waves, which very clear from that. And from those waves is where you get the very good currency, where it becomes really worth your while to do it. Yeah, that's the most important thing. But Lost In, you believe with 2 tier 4s, you can just about, with combat crews, do it, just about.
Oh, I think so. I think you would be able to, yeah.
On the 70s. So there you go. That's some good advice.
So. Yeah. I mean, I do the 70s with a tier 8, which is, I get bigger, but I do it with a speed crew and I take very little damage.
All right.
I don't need to use the ability.
Yeah, but you did research on top of it, didn't you? I mean, how much of the research did you do?
Okay, so it's max. But I'm just saying. But
research has an impact.
If you're going to do a tier 4, you should do some of the research for it as well. But it becomes very doable. I don't think you really need the wave defense damage one. Well, I mean, I suppose both of those,
Yeah, so, you need the wave defense, and else you can't kill the combat drones and that stuff.
Yeah. So, but yes. So that note, I've done none of the simulation hack research.
Okay.
So my boost is almost nothing, but I don't need it. So I maxed out my Athena wave defense damage.
Nice.
Which is the early, the first block, and you should max that one for your level. It is tier and research R&D department locked, I believe.
Yeah.
So depending on your tier, it'll stop at different points. But even one level of that training will make a huge difference.
Yeah, true. Well, also another piece of advice, Humble the Sea says 2 max vengeances with 2 tier 4 Athenas. We can constantly clear 66s, but not 70s. That would be insanely hard. That is from Humble the Sea, and I don't know what ops level you are, Humble. But just so...
Which tier of the vengeance?
Tier 4, 2 tier 4 vengeances. And 2 max...
Yeah, okay, tier 4, because...
No, max vengeance is tier 4 Athenas.
Yeah, max vengeance is tier 4 Athenas, yes.
That's... I'd have suspected they go almost to wave 7 easily.
Yeah, and what does our feedback say? If you can hit wave 7 of a 70, it's better than hitting a wave 8 of a 66, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yep.
Yes. And also, I want to clarify, because I've got this question in DMs now twice.
Yeah.
So I want to clarify while we're all here. Yes, you heard me correctly. Let the repair drone on wave 7 hit the core.
Yes.
Don't hit that one. It is much more valuable hitting the core in case you or your partner has a misstep while taking on the Venari Raw on the final wave. So that you only get one combat drone wave 7. It's worth the 10% damage for the repair it'll do to the central entity. So let Wave 7's combat drone, or let Wave 7's repair drone pass.
Yes, and that is valuable for people to see. Let me see if I can put this onto the screen as
Nice.
well.
Yeah, I just posted the values because even only getting to wave 5 has an advantage on 70s over some currencies on wave 8 on the level 66s.
Yeah, so let me switch across to the screen. You can guys see that the 70 wave 7, you could see where it gets to. So the green is the standard.
Engineering,
Yeah, blue.
blue is science, and the violet is command.
Yeah, command. As you could see, so level 66 wave 8, you get 154166. Level 70 wave 7, you get double, basically. Almost double. Which is way
Sorting
worth.
is a little bit off, but yeah.
Yeah, that is something to be wary of for everybody to sort of learn that. Humble C says, my up 73, but he's up 73, but my level 73 uncommon's only tier 2 so far, so I'm still using the Vengeance. So I'm pretty sure, Humble, you can do 70s. I think, with a little bit of advice, I'm pretty sure you can. I mean,
so it would be interesting to see if my theory stands correct, which it does seem with the T7 being the graduation point from G6 to G7, it would be interesting. Theoretically, it's possible for him to do that, to do the 70s with a tier 6 Athena, I would think.
Yeah, exactly, which I think would be quite interesting to see. So that's some great points there. What I'd love to hear, though, is MJ Hat. You're an op 68? 69?
69.
Oh, so you learned
At
that.
MJ Hat.
Yeah, at MJ Hat. MJ, you've got the Athena. How did you do in your dual waves at 60s, at the G6s level?
To be honest with you, I have not found a partner yet to do waves with. So I've been saving my simulation codes.
Interesting. What tier is your
That being said,
yeah,
tier 1.
Tier
so
1.
I doubt it'll get very far. But I have been able to go into Venari Rawls and gather my science credits that way, at least. So at least I can work on tiering up the ship while I'm waiting to find an actual partner.
Great. Okay. That's something
I gotta agree with Halo in chat there. Partner is the struggle because there's really not many people on my server that want to participate in duo waves, and it's unfortunate.
And have the ship as well. Yes, Beach Whale.
I was just going to say, it's not just about having the ship. Most people have absolutely no interest in doing duo waves. People are tired of Scopely just rehashing, or the devs, rehashing the same content over and over and over with just some different mechanic to it. They want something fresh and new, and that's why very few people have bought the Athena compared to other specialty ships, and why very few people are even doing duo waves.
Cool.
They're not interested.
However, are you interested in the quality of life updates that we had this month? Genuinely.
Yes.
Are you happy?
Completely interested.
Yeah. Go on.
Yes and no, because I have one big issue. The faction claim alls, great.
Yeah.
But forcing players to log in every day to keep that benefit is absolute BS.
I agree.
They should never force players to do that because people have a life.
Completely
That's
understand.
why I get so angry that there's nothing more than 7-day shields, because I have members who go on 1 month vacations or 2 or 3 week vacations.
Yes,
and you can't shield the whole time.
Understood.
It's annoying.
I'm pretty convinced that will change, right? And trust me when I say this, I don't usually say it unless I'm pretty sure. Pretty convinced that will change. Other than that, I just want to hear it from you. Are you happy with the faction refine? Are you happy with the search bar everywhere? Pretty much, I think. Pretty much everywhere. Inventory, officers, all that sort of ships.
Yes, it is so nice being able to just type in a ship name or an officer name rather than have to search for them. And the claim all and the faction button is giving me so much time back.
Yes.
But you know me. I'm
Yes.
going to complain about the things that affect my members before the things I like.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I completely understand. But just why I'm asking the question is do you actually like it? Because I haven't heard you say the words. You actually like that aspect of it, which is
Yes.
great. Great. No,
I
that's
like
good.
that aspect
No,
of it.
I understand the other stuff. The other stuff we'll be advocating for. We've got great people that will advocate, like people like at MJ Hat. His movement is still available. Yes, MJ Hat, go ahead.
So for me, the 7-day requirement, and I this may be an unpopular opinion, but I'm going to agree with Austis. The 7-day requirement is not that bad. Most of us, especially the Twitch audience, right?
Yes.
We're the hyper engaged anyway. So
Yes.
for us, and I hate to segregate like that, but for us, we're logging in every day regardless. Now, I could see it being a problem for people that don't log in every day, but let's be honest, if you're not logging in daily to do the different grinds and the different loops, how much do you need bulk refine?
Yeah. No, and yes, exactly. Like Mufasa, who, by the way, Mufasa does not like Megacube. I don't know why. He keeps telling people he hates it, but that's his choice. I don't know why Mufasa hates that. But the login thing, I understand, and also I will explain to you why I believe it's going to change. Lube lost his bulk claim today because he didn't log in time. So I have no doubt in my head this is going to be mentioned in quite a level. So,
well, that I want to counter one thing MJ said
Sure.
in regards to that, because there's the problem. Even if you log in every day, if you get penalized for an entire week if you have a family emergency and cannot log in.
Yeah.
Why should you be penalized because something in life took priority over a game? You should not be penalized for that.
True, but they did say if anyone had a genuine issue, they'd just give you, the login stuff anyway. So
But
I know it's painful because
it takes weeks to get through something done through the normal support path.
Yeah, exactly. No, but,
so
yeah.
So just, I mean, I think that my first feeling about this was I log on 15 times a day, so this doesn't affect me.
Yes.
But then if I take a step back, there are people that this is going to affect. But I've heard from people, some of whom are exceedingly scopely critical, that basically say, listen, you're thinking about this wrong. This is a reward for logging in for 7 days in a row. It's like, if you think about it that way, it's not actually a penalty if you miss it. I think it's nice that they gave it to everyone off the bat. They didn't actually need to do that. So I think that could they have done this without any requirement? Of course they could have.
Yes.
They absolutely could have done it. And I think that would have been the biggest PR win. But having said that, making a reward for people logging in 7 days in a row is not the worst thing in the world. There's no monetary value here. There's no monetization.
Yeah.
And it's a nice thing that people want.
Yeah.
It is absolutely horrible, and you can never convince me that penalizing somebody for a family emergency and having them just waste half an hour to an hour every day for the next week of claiming crap is great.
No.
It is absolutely horrible.
I understand. I know you're going to go all hell for wire, but let me come back to you with an explanation that gets both of you in the right place. What if, to fix this game, someone had to tell the board of directors, I'm not saying this is true, this is complete speculation from my side. Someone had to tell the board of directors, don't worry, the players won't leave because one of the best features, we're going to put it behind the login to guarantee them to get in there for this while we fix the game. Once we fix the game and fixed aspects of the base of the game, we are going to take the login thing off as a win at the end, as a thank you for them doing it. Maybe statistically, they just needed numbers at a brief moment while they go through pausing or fixing or delaying or whatever they're trying to do behind the scenes. I have a feeling there is a boardroom play here that is just needed to, identify and, put a signature onto the contract to say, cool, we can greenlight you for $10 million. You can do whatever you want with it as long as you put this number of people in. in there. I mean, even Caught and Tell. So there are two people in the divide, and there's people on what Beachwell says, which is also very, very, very true, and also what Lost In says, which is also true, that people do log in. But you should not penalize people. Or my best answer to it is, when you're away and you're ill and you've done this and you've just recovered and you've gone through hell, the last thing you want to do is go through support, which understandable is not the thing you want to do, but there is that option there. I just have a feeling this is a boardroom play to ensure numbers to get them to the next stage, and without a shadow of a doubt, it will drop or make the requirement like 4 out of 7 or 3 out of 7 or whatever. Just a little bit less to make it
You
more.
maybe flipped me. You maybe flipped me, Nigel, to Beachwell side.
Oh my God. I mean, do you know what? Since you had that purple tick, everything's gone to your head. You're like, Mr. Please call me Sir Lost In, Nigel. I'm like, I'm not calling you Sir. It's like, yes, call me Sir. I was like, that's the arguments I've been having behind the scenes with Lost In. Do you know what I mean? Like, all the time, it's like, Sir, it's Sir. In that through. In a real weird way. Yeah, go on.
The thing is, having it is the big win.
Yes.
We can work on maybe reducing the timer on it, or maybe getting suggestions in, like you said, 6 out of 7, 4 out of 7, whatever.
Yeah.
Like, so that they have a win and we have a win. But I think we should be happy that it is there at all. Because that stuff they put in this, I know a lot of people say, yeah, that should have been the case always. Yeah, I agree on that. But we can still choose to be happy that they actually did it. So I'm praising that. And it's, for me, it's a sign of stuff moving in the right direction. And that makes me hopeful that maybe more change is coming, you know?
Yeah, okay. So I'm with you guys. I'm just trying to throw my job here when I moderate the stage, to throw both sides of a story and try and give you something in the middle to make it decision. Whether my personal feelings about it is it shouldn't exist. Like, you shouldn't have a requirement. But Easy as Pie says it's a perfect example of decision making that frustrates many of us. I would hope that the culture change we're about to be told would stop these bad decisions. Yeah, Easy as Pie. You know, he's probably working his way through. He has to go to 3 different countries. He's probably on his way. Maybe he's in London. Maybe he's in Barcelona. Maybe he's in Dublin. So let him go through those things, and that'll be the key thing once they get there. So hopefully that'll be confirmed. Nigel goes both ways. No, Beachwell. Oh my God. Absolutely insane. Well, when you see Colby Lost In, it's going to be like, Nigel, you're punching way above your weight, and I'll be like, hell yeah, I am. So Broken Wolf says you also have a daily login calendar engaged that requires you login every day. But with that calendar, you have to do 23 out of 27. So taking that theory, do the same with the login weekly, 3 out of 7, 4 out of 7, I think is a fair number. Only 3 days, only 4 days. Could be something. Murphy says we're in ads. How are you not even subscribed, Murphy? I mean, we have more subscribers than followers. I don't understand. And the most important thing is the bulk refine should only have a requirement of like Ops 40 to get people out of G3. Wow, humble. You wouldn't be a very successful CEO, would you? Lost it. You didn't have to do that. I thought that's funny. Oh, Lost it. You're such a cutie. I'm sorry, Sir Lost In. I forgot. I have to call you Sir from now on.
Keep your eyes averted, Nigel.
Yeah, averted from the side. Amazing. But it shows that login's not a thing. Bulk refine's great. Research is great. Thank you very much, Scopely. Also, I don't know anyone's not noticing this, and I'm going to dive under my beautiful table. Thanks to Lost In. He guided me to it. Hey, yo. That...
It's nice, isn't it? It's freaking awesome.
Dude, it's like so cool.
It's so great.
The key thing is, do you realize the game's been running smoother between transitions? I don't know. It feels quicker. Is anyone having that as well? I don't know. I just like, I think it is. No, in Zami Inside. Okay, maybe it's just me.
All I've noticed is
the people with proper hardware.
Mac users. Yes, Lost In, as a lowly PC user, are you struggling?
You know, I am too distracted by the Kirshara right now.
Oh my!
Actually, I had to turn it off.
Oh really? It's that bad?
It was so bad in Duo Waves that I had to turn it off. I was running duo waves without it because it was missing targets so often that it was actually slower.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like I'm the only one, Solar World, and yeah, I agree. Honestly, I was really surprised. I was noticing it going, this is working well, but Quasil's not having an issue at all, is he?
No, it works fine. I mean, Kisharu is an issue. You know, that's like whatever it's still an issue. I wish they would just switch to tech, like even not perfect, but you know, we have an autogrind chip that now works most of the time, so maybe they could use the same tech behind the scenes. I don't know. It's like Kisharu should work by now. It's like, but they're fixing a lot of stuff. Maybe that's part of things to come.
Yeah.
I think when you're grinding, it doesn't matter if it skips one. You know, if you queue up 13 or 15 or whatever the number is,
it doesn't matter.
And you're auto grinding, it doesn't matter. But when you're in a wave and it skips one, it's a big problem.
Yeah, big massive problem.
It's a pain.
Yeah, and then we have G3. Mufasa, if you can jump on the stage, it'd be good to have you, because I was hoping Ghost Pepper would come here. I just feel that there wasn't enough issues with the latest update, so we are focused on trying to find the negative. I feel like the bulk refine for the faction store is a win for sure, and I can understand those that I might miss a day concern. I just personally don't see it as enough of an issue to raise an issue over it. Like as mentioned before, if you look at it, it is as a reward for constant participation, which I think is a very good thing. And ladies and gentlemen, the guy that hates the Mega Cube, he hates them with a passion. Mufasa's on the stage. How are you doing, Mufasa?
Hello. I'm doing great. A little tired. I'm just getting in the house, so trying to catch up on everything.
It's true. Mufasa, someone told me, until these new events come, which is tomorrow, it feels like the mid-ops have very little to do. Like, it's very lackluster events at the moment, right? Is that right?
Well, I would say mid-ops, you have enough to do as long as you want to do the loops that you have and not just look at the event themselves as, oh, this is the event I got to do today, knock these events out, move on.
Yeah.
There's still plenty of loops to do.
Yes.
Like, I still got to farm things for the NX-01. I still have to farm things for the Monavine. I still have to farm things for the Voyager. I still have to farm all these things.
Yes.
So it's all really how much extra things you want to do at your ops level, you know, and you can give or take whatever you want to with it. If you just want to log in and do the dailies because this is what Scopely says to do, then it's going to be lackluster. But if you go the extra mile and actually start doing your loops for your ships in the game, there's plenty to do.
Yeah. True, and that's the thing to look forward to. And Mufasa does it well, and he's, you know, advising you the right way, saying, well, you do have all these other loops. You don't have to have an event to force you to do those loops, do they? You're still going to do everything daily and work your way through. And I think it's important for people to realize in the mid-ops, yes, the events may be low, but from tomorrow we get is it the ship one or both of them? We get the ship one and the new dailies, right, as well.
We get the ship one, the new dailies, and being that the old dailies aren't rotating out yet. They're not rotating out until next week. So we're going to have double the amount of events to do this week and some of next week.
Oh, fantastic. Well, that's good to know, and that's something for people to be wary of in the mid-ops. CDB to you says Mrs. CDB was upset as additional events for her other day would require her to buy a Vidar, and she's been working on missions and other loops progression. Yes, but I think it's just trying to find the way of trying to make this work. And I think the mid-ops, what I wanted to understand was, let's all talk at the end of next week, and I think that will be a valuable say where you go, okay, there's too much to do. It's now gone the other side, and I think it's very important for people to be wary of. Well, you know, and I think that's a fair assessment, isn't it, Mufasa? Give yourself a week, and then it's going to be chaos.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. And the good news is, thank God they're not adding the Mega Cube. Imagine if they did, that would just like cause havoc. Mega Cube is not acceptable in this game at all. We should never have it.
All hail the Mega Cube, praise be.
No, lost it. Stop making false prophecies. We're getting the USS Athena.
Mega Cube's coming back. You just wait. It's going to be bigger, better, and bolder. You're going to love it when it comes back. I promise you.
But the Mega Cube is green. That's good. That's fine.
No, it's just
Mega Cube 2026 for the win.
Bring back the Mega Cube. Let's see it in chat.
You're on the wrong side of the field for this one.
No, Megacube will not live. It's like worms is what Broken Wolf right. Why is it green? Free Schwag is asking the question. No one knows. Genuinely, no one knows why it's green. It's one of those things you go, why is it green? And you don't understand what it is. But as a joke, we did do yesterday. So the guy that did the G5 scrapping, Danny, was very kind enough to film something yesterday. And as we work through on the updates of what Quasel is, go onto Twitch now. This is your moment. And then Lostin, I wait to hear you laugh when you see this. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, Quasel's Corner has got a little bit of an update. What is it, though? What is it?
Captain, there has been an update to STFC cheat sheet. New battle tool, amazing officer updates, and so much more.
On screen. But it's still green. Why?
Apparently, it's a design thing. Who knows?
There you go. It's a design thing. Who knows? At least we managed to do that. I managed to fix the video in the last minute. I know, RMG DOS, you're probably laughing your ass off. We have a G5 scrapping legend, Danny Sangara. It's very kind of him to come back and do this one, which I thought was hilarious. It's like, but the thing is, no one knows why it's green. It's a design thing. Who knows? It's just like no one knows the reason. But Quasel, am I allowed to show? Have you got any screenshots you can put me? I think you DM'd me a few of the new. Can we show it physically? Is that physical?
Yeah, sure. I mean, there is a link I posted, but I can give you the link again or share my screen or whatever.
Yes, you can share screen on Discord if you want, and we can do that.
I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me just quickly move the screen over to have a nice little layout for you.
Basically, past this
then
porn,
let's zoom out.
avoiding the porn in the background.
And then let's
let you know
turn
that
on.
You heard that, Lost in. This is the
screen.
The background. You know what I mean? You got to cover your background. All hail G6 scrapping. It's
all hail G5 scrapping and the Mega Cube, which is coming tomorrow.
No Mega Cube
tomorrow.
We don't want the freaking Mega Cube. No one wants the damn Mega Cube. Where is your screen, Basil? Where is it?
It says stream ended due to an error. Discord is like almost as high quality than Star Trek Fleet Command.
Oh my God. Okay, we'll do. If I click on the link,
it should be up now.
Is it up? I was going to send you a Zoom link instead, but we can't switch. Give me 2 seconds. I'll go back to that one. I've just went through my backup plan, otherwise known as how to make sure that Shockwave Prime doesn't fail. Okay, right. I'm going to pop it up, and let me just tidy a few things up, and then also lost because got to remove stuff from the background of my computer, if you know what I mean. You know what I mean, right? You know what I mean, like
I know what you mean.
Yeah, you know what I mean. Like, I guess, ladies and gentlemen, there it is. We can see it now, Quasel. I can see you moving around with your mouse. If you move your mouse around, yeah, that's great. There is a new update.
Yeah, so
go ahead.
Yes, we have added. I mean, that's still the dev version. We will release it, I hope, this week, like in a polished version. And we have added now. This is now including research. That's including buildings. That's including almost all sources of those different stats, and that's kind of a mix of my personal stats and stuff sudo kind of set as a default. I'm just for a second.
Yeah.
So, and for example, you can see I'm at about 32,000 weapon damage.
Oh my God.
That's based on the settings. So if I would go and like change a target here on top, and say, for example, waves.
Okay.
Then it would add in and filter stuff based on waves. And you can extend it now. It will get prettier than that. And you can see which researchers have which values.
Yeah.
Like the orange stuff is as usual conditional because that just works in certain situations, like the translink stuff for the Borg Solar Armadas for the classic ships and stuff. And the reason why we did it is, as everybody knows, we don't see those values in-game. And very often the question is, okay, is that 100% more weapon damage?
This is awesome.
Meaningful? And I'd say not always. Or like an interesting value as well is like max hull hit points, which you can look at. And it's also factoring in if you then maybe select an officer. Like, let's select Anorex.
Yeah. If you can spell.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
spelling.
if I could spell it with double N, spelling is hard, you know it.
Yeah.
And maybe we add God's End, because that's another one that adds. Well, see, that's the
As
test
you can
version
see,
sometimes
there's
having issues.
loads of QA stuff happening in the background. Did you get lost in to help you with the QA? That's probably why the reason.
And we look at Xperia now. You can see that Anorax, for example, is added. He's 2,000 per hit, and there's even a rough calculation based on settings that's now refined to give you an actual average in a combat. And you can see all the other sources of barrier.
Wow.
The buildings are still, you can see.
This is great, isn't it?
Building stuff is still a little bit off. That's the Zulu is looking at it. But we're getting very close to getting it ready for release. And you can see it's like, you see the level of your research. This will change to level 1 of 18 or whatever, so people get an idea.
Yes.
We will be adding link to STFC.space, so you can go check out the research and see all the details. So, and the sorting will be changed because you can filter here stuff. So like display whatever it interests you, so you can hide stuff you're not interested in. And you can import all of the base values will be an import from Spock.club.
Wow. So in other words,
you can go there.
Yeah. So you can go there in the top. Yeah. Let's have a look. Brilliant. So you
import
go
and then select the stuff and research buildings.
Wow.
It should be one import. That's the current work in progress.
Yeah.
And then you can see, because we don't know. It's just stuff like that is if you, for example, use Lorca, is that still meaningful? I mean, it used to be very meaningful. Now it's like, 20k weapon damage still plays a role, but it's no longer like tripling your damage. It's just, but doubling it, not even anymore.
Yeah.
So things change over time, and we don't have any indication in game. And this will include, like, if you slot an officer that gives you morale boosts will be activated. So you can see them changing the crew, affecting your values, and have a better chance of doing it. Like fleet commander stuff will be in there too. So
you can't release this. If you release this, STFC will be understandable to everybody. And people will understand how to play and crew. What will we do? Where's all the science and experimentation? This is maybe the best tool ever, Quasel, in all seriousness. That's fantastic.
It's amazing.
That's really cool.
How many times do you get asked, Lost in, you go, hey, how much critical damage do you have? It's like, how the hell am I supposed to know? You're like, I don't know, 5,000? Now
I was going to calculate. It's crazy. Yeah, this is amazing. This is really cool.
And
very
means,
cool.
And also, this might make it easier also for Scopely internals. You can go, hey, guys, if you want to see what average player has, here is some of the things. I mean, Mufasa, it'd be intriguing to see like an account like yours in there, where we get to have a look and say, okay, well, maybe you're like, I don't have enough isolytic damage. I need to focus on that, and it just looks fantastic. So this tool is really valuable for people at your level in G4, right? At the 40 level.
Yeah.
This is really important.
Well, 100%. I think it would be dramatically useful, without a doubt. I actually don't look at numbers myself. I just, look at my percentages of, I just guess. But I mean, if you want to look at the numbers and things like that, then 100%. I mean, it works. I mean, I love trial and error. I like making mistakes and learning from it.
Yeah.
So that's just my play style. But I mean, for people that actually love looking at numbers and want to find that extra little boost for what they're trying to do, I mean, the tool itself is amazing. It truly is.
Yeah, exactly. Alice in Romuland, she's finally come in here. Alice, just so you're aware, tools like this can help you as you progress. Alice is a G2, so as she's working her way up, tools like this will help you realize where your research needs to be. For example, whether your critical damage is strong, whether you need more ISO damage, whether you can focus. But Quasel, I saw a simulation up there. Am I right? So if you flick up, is there a simulation where you can see how many in round one? I love this. Look at this. This is amazing to test. So if you had token space where you had minimal tokens, this is super useful, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's in the beginning. It's just for now getting then like NRX. You have seen the Epic barrier NRX give you is here estimated with 10K.
Yeah.
And if we now go and say maybe we take only one hit.
Yeah.
And its target hits is also one.
Yes, amazing.
And maybe round. Oh, why does it not take? Okay.
Well, also great news is
only
Alison,
one round.
Yeah, amazing. And
you can see it's still now 2,000 on average. So it depends on hits. Or if we go 5 rounds, it at some point in time 3,600 on average. So that's kind of helping people then using it. But that will most likely be hidden under an advanced mode, so people don't get overwhelmed at first use.
Yeah.
I've already had questions like, and that stuff we're looking into, like syncing with Voxel Club versus a unique authentication, and maybe getting Chronox on board.
Yeah.
To maybe display values we can calculate now.
Yeah.
On STFC.Pro to compare players. I mean, people might not want it, and we need to privacy and stuff is a thing that we need to consider.
Yes.
Especially in Europe. So, and people might not want you to be able to see their stuff, but maybe in private or whatever, there are options. So lots of fun stuff that can happen with that.
Yeah, exactly. Darth Haywire, how you doing, buddy? I'm still wearing my hazmat suit, trying to get rid of the stuff in your office, by the way.
As a side effect, we also have all the non-combat related bonuses like cargo capacity. It will lead, once we have done that, the next step will be loot calculation, because we have now all the data we need for loot bonuses. So we can kind of say, okay, you have a total loot bonus off because Fleet Commander, crew, and research. So that leads to a lot of tools down the road that might be a faction reputation. We have now a Google Sheet for it, but if you can sync that and it can display you based on the hostel you select, the reputation you do. I mean, stuff we do already, but way, way more convoluted, and this way just easy to use. It's gonna be great.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Things like that. Like Alice in Romulan's going to go to Ops 26 as we speak. So Mufasa, yeah, you're still here. Mufasa, Alice in Romulan's about to go to Ops 26. Your advice to her, sir? What would you like? What she should look at Ops 26? Should she be speeding up the ops? Should she slow down? What is your advice to her?
At Ops 26, I would honestly say just, have fun. I mean, at that level, at 26 is the best time in the world to really capitalize on your leaderboards.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of people at that ops level.
Yeah.
Which allows you to get a lot of rewards early on, especially like your syndicate XP and things like that, where you can skyrocket that relatively quickly early on, so that when you actually do hit into your G3 tiers and everything, that will already be powered up enough to give you a good boost. But not only that, work on your faction hostiles to get your blueprints for your next ships. Don't worry about spending too many credits on them, because once you actually get like the Vidar, which you can get completely free to play, that will actually carry you all the way up into your G3 Epic easily.
Yeah, amazing. There you go, Alice. That's something very, very good. Thank you, Mufasa, for doing that. Please do shout out Mufasa. Let's get him followed as well, Alice. I think he'd be someone very good for you to follow, who does this type of content all the time, which is great. Tech One, answers McShiz says, why don't we have these type of things in game? It's because maybe the amount of programming required and all that sort of stuff. Sky Quark, thanks for following us. There's a shout out to Mufasa. Yeah, exactly, Alice and Romulan. So Mufasa's also in our Discord, but follow him as well, and he can give you loads of advice with that one, which you should be aiming for. Good for your alliance to figure that out, because we have a G2 section here, Mufasa, that of a lot of players who are asking questions in here, which has been fantastic to see, and people like jumping in with advice on how they would approach it, because someone who's been in the game for so long, like Quasel, who's like super old, while Mufasa, who's super young, because you've seen his terrible striptease on his video, and also to the people that I'm making a joke about,
it was pretty bad.
It was the word disturbing comes to my head. Disturbing. It's the only thing I've got in my head right now. Mufasa. Disturbingly
you're
good.
so old, you have seen it all, Nigel. Come on.
Yeah, so old, I've seen it all. Disturbingly good. G2 is like so long ago, exactly. Could you imagine that level of detail on your statistics on a 4-inch phone when you manage shipment details? Yeah, I don't think so. Yeah. Wicket's like, Cold Steve said so. Nothing is appearing on this screen because I feel, JP's like, I feel violated. Nothing's appearing on this screen. But the bloat, and I agree, like Tech One has a lot to say about the tech debt. But I'm hoping, Tech One, that what they're doing right now with these research updates, I'm like, all these G2s are going to enjoy all this fantastic bulk claim. None of this headaches that we went through. They're going to have all the really good stuff that comes through. Things like this make it really useful. Also, I think with something like this, if you're trying to make a decision about getting an officer, Quasel, like if I'm trying to make a decision, do I need the Academy Doctor? I can now select him, do some research on him, and check him on a few simulations saying, okay, he makes a difference. That could be something quite useful for this tool, right? So if we went to the Academy Doctor and I said, right, okay, should I get the Academy Doctor? I want to fit him in my SNW Pike, SNW Sam Kirk Academy Doctor setup, right? That's what I want to do. And I'm like, right now I'm struggling with wave 4, wave 5 of the hostile. I'm trying to find a way through. There, look at it. It shows the isolytic damage by 100% and what you have. If you don't have him, you say they see him at tier 1. You can research that. You can see, okay, yeah, that officer's going to make a difference for me. I'm going to chase it. How many times have you chased an officer, gotten him and gone, that didn't make much of a difference, did it? And you don't realize that you have to get it to tier 4 till they suddenly become useful. And then you realize you need Officer Laurels, which is really, really low, Quasel. I mean, I don't think I've seen a number 10 appear, higher than 10 appear ever, which is insane.
Then you're very unlucky.
Yeah.
On average, you should get about 59.
59. Well, you know, all I wanted a little bit of 69, but that's not even happening. But never mind. Sudo says when the data import is cleaned up, I'll open source. It's just a little mess while do. Oh, great. So Chronox and Sudo are having massive boardroom discussions live on Twitch. So if anyone wants to see how a boardroom works behind the scenes in Quasel's Corner and why is it green, as Tech One says, that's very important. Makshish says that the bloat and depth needs to be worked on and hopefully already being worked on, supposedly from what they're saying. Right now, the effort to do this is being done a few times to get it done through third-party tools, small teams. Exactly. This is where important. Mufasa says, I saw warp speed. Is impulse speed in there? Need to know so we can prepare for the return of the Rialta racing. Quasel, that's the question from Mu to the Fasa, otherwise known as Mega Fasa.
It's in there, yeah.
Or Mu Cube.
It's in there.
Mu Cube or Mega Fasa. There you go.
So if you're looking at, let me zoom in again, and it should be somewhere down there.
You should have an ability search bar. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Just
yeah.
There it is.
You can use search later.
Control F works.
Control F. Mufasa, look at that. Maneuvers, imports, feed.
So,
wow.
Though it kind of is full impulse, it's just the research. See, Sudo taking out officers with, this auxiliary stuff is just new-ish because we so far focused on combat stuff, but now with all those infos, we can display that as well.
Oh, Alex Power asks, is there an auto-optimization of officers on this tool? That's an interesting.
I mean, that's nice.
That's.
Is that even possible? Quasel, we just lost you. Quasel has lost his mic at the wrong time. So I will try and do it in his voice. Mufasa, you can pretend to be me. I'll be Quasel. Who knows? Well, you know. Okay. He's back. He's back.
In theory, yeah, sure, once Sudo gets his full combat simulation off the ground, but that needs then hostile data, which is cumbersome and not very easy to get together for all the hostiles.
Yes.
But then he could simulate combat and in theory could iterate through dozens of officer combinations. But wouldn't that be totally boring? I mean, come on.
Yes, of course. It's
a
like
little bit.
Yeah, come on. I mean, yeah. I mean, I'm not saying how lazy Alex Bauer, because if you do need it, you do need it. But a baseline, of what crews to use, which is why you've got all these sheets and you've got all these things. You've got STFC.PhD and STFC.Pro as well, which gives you loads of statistics and things to go to. But this gives you an idea. So there you go, Rialto Racing. And when the Mega Cube comes, you can see how much your Vidar hits this Borg thing. Chronox Maximus, I do agree with you. For the lower levels, the Mega Cube is a very important event, and it should be there as well. It's Cagliari, not Calimari, as I read it first time. I really wanted some Calimari.
That Nigel agreed.
No. Never said I agreed. I have to play the balanced politician here. Mega Moo, or whatever you want to call yourself. Moo Cube. Or four-sided moo, or whatever it is you want to call itself. It's when it spits out the crew, it's irrelevant, exactly. And that is important that we can see that. But Sudo says that's the plan. There's loads of things that they want to add to it. It's a fantastic tool, fantastic setup, and fantastic thing. So we appreciate you guys for doing that, Quasel. I think it's very, very good.
Yeah, and without Chronox and Lightbull and all the others working on different parts of all of it, it wouldn't have come together like that. Jules helped in the beginning, especially with the spreadsheets, and Sudo did the programming. Lightbull provides all the data. Like, it's all built on APIs that come from next.spox.club. So it's a team effort at this point.
Oh, interesting. Humble's got a few ideas as well. And then, STFC.PhD says with battle log phasers, it could easily be able to recommend the best crews. Alex Power, it's no such thing as laziness. It's simply chasing the most effective tactical available. But there's so many variables. That's the problem. You could be fantastic research-wise in a certain aspect, which means a certain crew would work for you, but it wouldn't work with someone else. That's the thing to try and balance, which is very hard for people to figure out, right, Quasel? That's the thing.
Yeah.
Very hard to sort of do that. But I appreciate you showing us that. Anything else you'd like to add in before we move on to the Paragon Recruit, the greatest event of all time? Anything else, Quasel?
But everyone's speak at once.
Once? Who?
I mean,
it's
sorry,
green.
but no.
Nothing else to add.
Paragon event. Sorry, I can't get excited. I mean, the officers and the way they're doing it.
Yes, but before we do that, I'm just going to transition you out. So I'll play the video, transition out, and then we'll talk the Paragon event. And as Mufasa says, Moo Cube.
Yeah, we all say mule right now. I'm not a cow.
Captain,
No, we do say
there has been an update to STFC cheat sheet. New battle tool, amazing officer updates, and so much more.
On screen. But it's still green. Why?
Apparently, it's a design thing. Who knows?
Okay, we transition across, and Mufasa. By the way, he doesn't like cows. He only likes safaris, he says. So that is Mufasa being a yet anti-animal. I mean, for a guy that, bases himself completely onto the animal kingdom.
Cows are baseball gloves, okay? That's what they are.
That is the worst thing anyone's ever said on the stream, and will be whooped to death on doing so. Beach Whale, Paragon event. I know you've got a few things to say about this, buddy. Off you go.
I just want to say, no different than last month. I hate what they did with the officer.
Yeah.
And I didn't get a single officer unlocked last month, and I highly doubt I'll get a single one unlocked this month.
Yeah, I think Officer Depot's just got to come back. Honestly, like Officer Depot, the way they set it up, how the choice was, I guess they got to do their FOMO style gacha chest, which a G2 player would be used to, like Alice Romuland would be used to, Lady Command would be used to in the G4s, but having those choices gave you choices. Like Mufasa, as you worked your way up the ranks, you found Officer Depot way more useful because you could focus on the things you want, right? That's much more valuable to you. Or were you happy with the selection of 117 officers in one box?
All right, so the Officer Depot tokens by far should be brought back.
Yes.
Not just because they were more amazing, but because this Paragon Recruit nonsense. All right. I just hit G4, right? I'm at Ops 40.
Yeah.
I'm competing against G5 players on my Paragon board for spending materials. All right. So there is no way I could ever compete on this board to get any officer shards whatsoever, much less a significant amount of tokens to really do anything with.
Yeah, that's true. And also, Jim P.I. says Paragon just fully deflated the excitement that used to exist over weekend spend events. Absolutely agreed. And that was something is it doesn't reward for past progression. Like if you had loads of officer depots and maybe you want to focus on one officer, it's not like we were all unlocking them non-stop. So it's not like we're breaking the economy by unlocking them crazy. But even if you win, you still get very few shards. Flossie made a very good video whereby she did a lot of that pulling every single week, and she got way less and way less and way less every single week. Little Tim says, if they're going to stick to the RNG model for officer pulls, they need to add a solution for transporter patterns. I know they're not going to tweak that, then stop giving them out to those that no longer need them, but there are people that do. Out of interest, Abs, Albatron, you're a very good test because you've got an Ops 38 account and you've got an Ops 72. Am I right? 72? Abs, if he's still there and listening, he's probably lurking. Albatron. He's there. They added Assault to the Wound, Nigel, by taking the Vengeance event away from being with the Paragon event. Yes, I didn't see that till I noticed it, and someone pointed it out, and I was like, oh, dear God, that's not a good thing. But the Paragon should do that. Shockwave Prime, any thoughts on the Paragon event at all?
Yeah, I think I agree with everybody. If they're so dead set against bringing back the Officer Depot tokens, I think one thing they should consider is doubling or even tripling the amount of Paragon tokens they're giving as a reward, because like Beach Whale said, it took me a month and a half to unlock Academy Doctor.
Yes.
But also with that, last month I was also on here saying that I did get the double cadre requisition token back to back. So
Yes.
one pull, and I got the two. So but that hasn't happened since then. So, last week was a complete miss for them on that cadre requisition event. I think you couldn't even if you finished first, you couldn't get enough for a guaranteed pull. So stuff like that's got to change. If they're going to continue down this path, one huge identifiable opportunity, as I'm calling them now, is for them to, like I said, double, maybe even triple the amount of tokens you get. You got to be a little bit generous, since you took away the Officer Depot token stores, and now there's so many officers in these boxes. Like I think we joke, but I think it really is near about 117.
No, it is
that one.
It is 117. It is genuinely 117.
So if you're going to put so many officers in the boxes, you've got to give more tokens to kind of even that out. So that would be one way I would challenge them, and as they progress this. But like I said, nothing beats the original Officer Depot token store. It was flawless.
No, exactly. Like King Gaza was saying, this is why I don't like the Paragon rewards. He shows, loads of the officers that he can click on, and the new officer's not easy to get. He hasn't unlocked any single one, not even close on any of them. And he's probably doing that. Retrieving says this is as profitable as an open Armada refinery. Oh my God. That is definitely. Stec One has come up with an idea. I just think the 60 days will have to be longer. If they simply took his suggestion, which he thinks he stole from somebody else, then transporter patterns would be useful again. Add a buy shards with transporter patterns to all officers more than a length of time not available. So let's say after 200 days, you can at least pick up that officer, or something in that elk would be good. Beach Swell. Go ahead, Beach.
I was just going to want to say, every time I get a transporter pattern, I just get even madder and madder about this game.
Yeah.
Because I should not be getting more transporter patterns than than officer shards when I can't do anything with them.
Yeah. It just
it was absolutely horrible.
Yeah, it's frustrating. Yeah, it's frustrating. Go ahead, Quasel. I'm going to read Flossie next.
I mean, it's like, you're getting G4 materials sometimes that you don't need anymore. We get so much stuff we don't need anymore. I don't care.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just in the inventory. The thing is, they should look at officer sourcing, and there are people that's starting to play the game that need those officers.
Actually,
those tokens. So they can take it away. Maybe they can. That's why we're getting now limits on currency, and we're getting new currencies because we have too much of them. Back to the original thing, depot tokens. We have talked about it. It's just removing RNG and reducing payout. Big no-no. And the Paragon stuff, it's just, not only are the officers currently not really tempting, if you ask me, unless you want them for PvP, it's like the whole RNG part on it, it's like, and you see it in the numbers. I have never seen so low participation numbers on our boards. Like we have around 200 million score. That's normally it's 600-700.
Yeah.
So yeah, people don't like it. And yeah.
How can you?
Yeah.
Go ahead. Somebody else.
Yeah. Chris Pike.
I just want to point in. Yeah. So
Jump in.
so I'm fully on board with what everybody is saying. So the real issue is for players with and it really doesn't matter the ops, for well officer developed accounts. Officer Depot. I don't care whether you exactly if you bring it back or you do something with the transporter patterns or a combination of the two. The reality is I think it should come back. The concept of creating another store or conversion for transporter patterns seems ludicrous to me when you already have a solution and you took it away. This range way of doing things, I guess I can tolerate it again for the new officers, but by taking away the investment that people made, I said this the last time, it's very irksome. You do the real issue is you do the pull and you're just getting, as Beachwell says, a bunch of transporter patterns that you are basically useless. And because again, with a very developed account, there's only maybe 4 or 5 officers up there that you really even need, or targeting, and that's just, and they're just going to see it. I'm seeing it already. The spend isn't there. You've taken the other driver for that spend over the weekend would have been the Vengeance, either the shards for the Vengeance or the ship parts for the Vengeance, and you're just. You're going to just see the whole economy on that drop down. I think.
True.
So I'm just telling everybody to vote with their money at this point. Just stop. It doesn't make sense to spend. Then don't spend.
On the Paragon event, yes. Beachwell, before Shockwave, and I want to read a message as well. Go ahead, Beachwell.
I'll be real quick. I just want to counter one thing Quazel said real quick. Okay. Well, 2 things really.
Yeah.
I have not had a use for transporter patterns in like 2 years, except for one officer when they added like the last 5 or 6.
Yes,
Which I only needed like 50 shards. So telling me bringing back something that hasn't been useful to not just me, but many players in over 2 years, and then going, oh, guess what? We're just going to give you all this useless crap again because that's what we want to do is not the right way. And I absolutely, and I've said this before, hate that Scopely convinces all of you that you're getting value from continuing to get G3 and G4 materials when they have absolutely no use to you. It is a cop-out by Scopely trying to convince players, and I'm not trying to say anybody's dumb.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah, I'm getting value there. No, you're not, because it does absolutely nothing for you. And they need to quit treating us that way. They need to go, you're right. That gives you no value. So us saying, hey, we're giving you this $100 pack and you're getting all this value that you're actually not getting, that is a flat out lie from them. And people should call them on that.
Yeah.
With
so
anything they do in the game.
Yeah. So also, if I were to go up to them, because there's 3 things that have been said in this chat that I think is very, very, that helps you as well. What you, Beachwell, and Chris Pike was saying as well. The important thing is that a Quorum Ginnis says, she's like, why can't they tier the officer recruitment through transporter platforms to the mess hall level? Then it keeps progression through various officers. They don't want to ruin low-level economy. Lady Command says, I want to be able to play in a positive way to get some entertainment, some fun, community, when there is something that works and works toward to get excited about. It's disheartening. Free Swag, who has an alternative account which he cheats on. They added officers to the TP list a while back just to rotate them And oh wait, there would be that. But Divine said something clever, right? I think it was Divine, because they're not running both the Vengeance is Mine event and the Paragon at the same time. For once, they're going to actually get the real feedback of whether people spend on the Paragon or Cadre event, or whether, because without the Vengeance is Mine and without the Aphelion, no one's going to go for it. Humble sees the value of having one event give G3, G4, G5, G6, and G7 at one time is the efficiency of coding, not you as a G7 player need G3. Evil Conic says stop rewarding, yeah, exactly, stop rewarding. But we're not Evil Conic. What we're saying is now that there's nothing synergizing with it, you shouldn't actually be going after it anymore. A Shockwave Prime, jump in.
I wanted to say that I fully agree that the Vengeance is Mine event should be laced along with the Paragon and the Cadre recruiting events. However, I will say this. To their credit,
yes,
they put the Vengeance is Mine event and made everything score, like everything over the last 6 months.
Yes.
And that should be mentioned because
great.
I think that's why they did that, was because they knew that they were going to get some pushback because of the spend event. But for the first time ever,
yes,
I literally, from my purchases on this stream, it was $200-$300. Everyone saw it.
Yes.
And with what I did, what I was able to complete on Vengeance is Mine, I cleared all 10 tiers.
Amazing.
50,000 Vengeance parts just from stuff that I had laying around. So for me, it was worth it to compete in the SMS because of everything scoring. And I get the frustration because people want that double dip. But for G7 players this week, you do have the Aphelion event that kind of falls along with it. And yes, I get it. The Aphelion is not as valuable as the Vengeance when it comes to overall ship power. But let's not kid ourselves. As G7 players, we absolutely need that Aphelion to go out and do things. I'm working on my second one. I hope to eventually have 3.
Oh my God.
But I definitely think it's one of those things that is a trade-off. But when they structured this Vengeance is Mine SMS the way they did,
yes,
they get far less pushback from me as a player, just my opinion, because of how they had the scoring and what scored, and it was awesome.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's a good thing that they did. But yeah, the officer recruit, they haven't nailed it. Absolutely none. And I'm going to catch up with something that Maflat says, who's a free-to-play player in my alliance, right? And he's absolutely right. Just remember, some people in the lower levels will need transporter patterns, will need all these various things to pick up stuff. What they can't seem to figure out is where that stops, for example, and give people that. One of the things they did, which I thought was quite interesting, was the research in the shop where you can click on the research and find all the researches that you need stuff for. Why don't you use that same mechanic for what officers you need in the Paragon and put maybe just to even out with officer XP and just show less officers? So you are now requiring the office, out of 117, you require, 37 of these officers. These 37 plus some officer XP is what the pull is going to come from. We are rewarding you for doing so well that your pulls are now going to be just within these 37. If you don't have something max, it goes away. Do you know what I mean? And that's important. I think if they do something like that, I think that would be very, very balanced and much more fair. Also, you're bloating people's inventories with all this extra stuff. It'd be better if you can do that. Josh C222 says that he has 3 Aphelions and can build a 4th. Oh my God, Ghost Pepper is here. Is she here? Ghost Pepper, I was hoping you'd jump on stream, but I haven't seen you. If you can, please do jump on stage.
She can't hear us down there from the G4 bleachers. She can't hear us.
G4 bleachers. She's going crazy. I'm just going to give her the opportunity to jump in if she can. Ghost Pepper, we were speaking about the mid-ops and all that sort of stuff. And any response to Shockwave Prime, Pepper?
You'll have to catch me up because I'm just joining, so I wasn't on before. So catch me up and I'll give you my opinion.
Yeah, basically Shockwave Prime says that you're so far down there that what the hell is going on?
Oh, that little comment. Yeah, I heard that crap. I heard that one.
Hey,
Marty fans.
I gotta hop off here.
Yeah. Are you hopping
I
off?
do have to hop off here in the next 5 minutes, but I wanted to bring up one point. I don't want to derail the show at all.
Go ahead.
But Cruzito wanted to make sure I mentioned something, and I agreed. The last couple of weeks, I've been on it about how they've been tying progression to the features, to the class honors, and now Athena parts.
Yes.
So Cruzito and I were talking, and he felt that maybe phrasing for the identifiable opportunity that I have set forth for Scopely regarding class honor pools and Athena pools. And Cruzito and I were having a conversation, and it was essentially drop that bottom number and increase the upper end.
Okay.
Because as we saw on stream, my RNG for the Athena parts in particular, I think one of them I got 39 parts, right? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
So actually, I think that happened twice while on stream during reset. So what we have to do is we have to push for them to drop that lower number and maybe increase the higher, because that lower number shouldn't exist. Because once again, we're talking about rewarding past progression, and even though it's a current arc, since I've bought the ship and bought the and now I'm participating in the loop,
yes,
it is now progression. So we have, albeit very near rested progression that still is not being rewarded to the degree that it should, based on that RNG, or as I've said it, a gotcha.
Yes.
For the class honors and for that. Now I get it. You can increase the class honors with the research affiliated with the Athena, but at the same time, you cannot yet increase the parts for the Athena, and that really slows Athena progression down to a crawl.
Yeah.
And I would challenge them to drop that lower number and increase it, because at this point, it is theoretically possible, and in practice, like we saw on the stream, we have something public now that we all saw, based off of our stream on Thursday.
Yes.
The RNG being very bad.
Oh yeah.
So what they need to do is, when I would make this change this week, if I were them, I would rise to that challenge, and I would make this change, especially since everything else in this arc is so well. Everything in this arc is great. It got high marks from us on Thursday overall. They have to change this, though. This is not a debate.
Yeah.
This is a must. That needs to be addressed Monday, tomorrow, when you get into the office. They need to literally cut that low number and add another higher number for the Athena, because at this point, the progression for the Athena is worse than the Dauntless.
Yeah.
And we all know how that's worked out.
Oh, yeah, that's worked out. But also to leave you with a wonderful view. And I can't believe I'm reading this comment, Shockwave, but this is for you, sir. That CDBTU says, new Wi-Fi extender working amazingly, listening on a Bluetooth speaker and chilling in the hot tub.
Are we back to hot tub talk again? Didn't we already discuss the hot tub?
So, just to confirm, CDBTU is completely naked in a pool of water that's cleaning all his wazoos, making them nice and...
Gross. Why'd you make it so weird? Nigel, no.
It's Nigel.
No.
And
Why
then,
you ask the question?
He's getting it, and now he's nodding his head. He's really excited, and obviously he can only respond on the phone. Which hand did he pick up the phone with is also a big discussion. But there shows you, Shockwave, you are right. The Athena is very, very slow to do, and that is something hopefully they can implore and to get there with, because I think that's quite important to deal with.
Yeah, and I would honestly value and appreciate everybody on their feedback channels on Official.
Yes.
Those of us that are members of the VIP community.
Yeah.
I would value, and I challenge everyone to write that feedback in, because it's going to help everybody. It's going to help free to play when they get the ship, because once they get the ship, they're going to be subject to those incredibly terrible values as well. And after waiting, 100 days to get the ship, it's going to be, 100 more days before they can get it to tier 2. So it's one of those things where this particular one has got to change. It needs to change on Monday. It needs to be quick. And I honestly would ask everyone and plead with everyone to write in on their feedback channels to let's get this changed and let's get it changed quick.
Thanks, Shockwave. I appreciate it.
Thank you guys. I've got to run.
Thanks, buddy.
It's been a blast, as it always is. Nigel, thank you all very much, and you all take care.
Yeah, thanks, Shockwave, for showing us the duo wave with the Athena. That's really kind of you, sir. It showed people a little bit of feedback on the stream, which would be great. So you've seen the duo wave work. You can always go back to it and watch it back at a time. The other thing to also be wary of is Abdi125 says that Athena has the biggest power creep at tier 7, shield 4 billion to 88 billion. Yeah, we've seen that with Shockwave Prime. It's definitely worth it.
Same with the hit points. It's all of it. It's not just the shields.
Yeah, it just becomes
But yeah.
devastating. Is that encouraging
like
you? Is that encouraging you, Quasel, to push to tier 7, tier 8?
No, it's not worth the spend for me.
Okay.
But that's like most likely tier 4 is enough for me.
Yeah.
And that will come. Do I wish the ship would be quicker? Yeah. Do I see a problem with the RNG? It's 70%. So people seeing only the smallest pull, yeah, that's the norm. Yes, they should increase it, but it's not the RNG is not the problem in this case.
Yeah.
Because it's about an average, and if you ship, you need 2 years or a year to upgrade the ship. On average, you will even out those pulls. Yes, people will be unlucky, maybe 7 days, 10 days, 14 days, but on average, especially if the main chance is 70%, that's rather high. That's like the intended value you get. So we can, and I think that's the easier approach for them to say, okay, can we like increase the base number that everybody gets?
Yeah.
Like we removed officer XP from the officer chest because that was easier.
Yeah.
And said, okay, let's just change the RNG on the other stuff or give us a guaranteed roll. So overall, you're still getting the same, but it feels better. So there are always ways to tweak it. And I'm agreeing that like you need a 3 chest pull and then it's still 1,000 days to upgrade that ship. Okay, there's the skin that it's around 700 something days or 800. That's a slow ship.
Yeah.
And I think they should look at that. But then for them, it's like the top of the iceberg. Like, we are in G7, we are the cream of the top of whatever. And that's why they trying to slow us down. Do I like it? No, hell.
Yeah.
Do I understand it? Partly, yeah. I hope they change it.
Yeah,
so.
There'll always be people up. Chris Pike, jump in.
So I hate because Shockwave left to counteract him, but I don't think the arc has been that great overall. I don't think the uptick on the ship has been that great. I don't think that the arc overall has been that great. It's created paywall. It's created frustration. Yes, I will. So here are the 3 things that I think that are positive.
Yeah.
I agree that being able to score on the Vengeance particular events using more options it was something that we asked for and thought was a good idea, and I'm glad that they enacted that. Right. I don't know if that'll continue, but I'm going to say kudos to them. Hopefully they keep that going. Improving the debuff on the hostile for the Academy.
Yeah.
Again, I think that was a positive. The fact that the length of time to power up the ship, the ability to get the ship, the ability to do the laurels, I still don't feel it's addressed very well. And so as a whole, I think that the arc is, and also because it really, because of the ops restrictions, basically pushed a lot of the G, maybe folks that were G5 that may have an interest in the officers in the arc. It pushed them out of that, and obviously everyone else who isn't really up at that point, G4 and below. So again, I it's about participation, and I think that they've locked those guys out as well. So I think that because they keep moving the target for the ops, again, it used to be sort of 55 plus. Now they made it 60. I think it's 61 plus for this particular thing. I get it. I get the idea that the ship has got a longer range.
Yeah.
But to get it is I don't know. I mean, I'd love to get a couple other people up here from my server who, but I just don't see the engagement with it.
Yeah, it's
like he said that way more eloquently than I have, but it is like segregating and diminishing other levels that that can't do it.
Yeah, but also
and I don't want to take over, like, so I mean, it's such a, again, this is supposed to be for all the gens, right? We're trying to represent all the gens here.
Mhm.
The Officer Depot thing is, I feel, will affect all the generations.
Agreed.
Obviously the Vengeance, some of these things with this particular arc, the newer stuff, I mean, obviously they're recirculating some of the older stuff, but I feel like that's where the miss is here. And
yeah. Well, true. Here's a point which helps me with Ghost Pepper being here, because Lady Command just gave me a good segue to this. I'm able to get a BP for faction ships, but I can't build for several levels. Why can't we get or earn the BP for the specialty ships and get to feel part of the arc? It would make it exciting. Mid Ops has not only paywall, but Ops wall, where not only events and packs for those who get packs. While I understand focusing on higher levels to keep things exciting and engaging for them, us below 60 need those as well. One of the key things in the mid-ops that's coming up is the ship's acquisition, which is where Mufasa was saying that is something that's very, very important to, that it's coming up, and we don't know how that's going to be. So I know with the events being a bit boring, that's why we got to Ghost Pepper, but Mufasa believes next week, not only will we have the ship's upgrade event, not only will we have the new dailies, the old dailies are staying for a week, so you'll have triple the amount of events than usual, so you'll be a very, very busy week. Thoughts on that, Pepper, and Mufasa on standby to respond.
Well, it's fine. They've been doing the ship blueprints for us, those events anyways. What I'm finding is they're selective, which also I appreciate, but I already have them. What am I going to do? Or I have them, like now I have the ships that they're doing, but I'm level locked. I can't upgrade them if I wanted to.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So it's a frustrating place to be, where it's like, hey, let's dangle a carrot in front of you, but you can't get there. So you just need to level up faster. It's the only way you're going to be able to do it, when it's like, that's not how I want to play my game.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. Mufasa, thoughts on that?
So I can agree the level locks on the ships are bad. I mean, I hate ops locking on the ship upgrades and everything, but I understand it. I understand that if you want to get the ship to a certain point, you have to ops up. That, to me, feels bad, but I understand it. We talk about ladies, comment there about, mid-ops being behind a paywall, things like that. Understand, I've gotten every single one of my ships, my specialty ships, for free, just through the Ferengi Pass. I have not spent a dime on any of them. So
yeah, to
say that, it's behind a paywall, it really isn't. You just have to pick and choose what you want to invest in with your events. So that entirely is there. Yeah. If going to Ghost as far as your ops locking on your ships and things like that, if your ships are ops locked and you can't progress them any further, you should probably ops up at that point if you have nothing else to upgrade.
It's not like I need to level up one. It's like I would have to go, because I'm ops 48 right now. My ships are locked until level 51. So it's not just like I can jump and be like, okay, fine. I would have to literally jump 4 or 5 levels in order to continue them. And that's frustrating to be forced to do so. It's like the choice is being taken away.
And I think that comes down to choosing where to camp at more or less than anything else. Like when I jump levels, I never go one off level at a time. I always go in brackets, right? If I go from 35, when I went from 35, I went straight to 39, right? I went from 39 to 40 only because I had more specialty ships to unlock. Once they get locked and I can't progress them anymore, I'm jumping straight to 44, because that's the next point of which I get more specialty ships and more things to focus on, including my G3 faction ships that I'll be building and everything else. So I'll be at 44 for a long time to upgrade all of those things. So it's finding the right places to camp and hold
yeah,
to better your progression overall.
Yeah,
I absolutely agree with that. Like, you should camp at the smart areas and you should level up in the smart areas. I just don't like being forced, you know?
Yeah, but if you look at the
my comment back on
chart,
this is,
yeah.
Some of my comments is why are we not allowing players to at least acquire the parts for the ships, even if they're not, let's say, if they're ops locked out? I just don't get that they're just not able to participate at all, and I think that's kind of it's creating segmentation, and you've already got, I think the only thing that the game has really had going for it for a little while here is the community, and as you segment the community so that they're not able to share the good parts together, you're ripping it apart even more, and they haven't made some great choices already. So I just I think that pick your choice, the sphere, all of them, right? By continuing to not allow players to at least work towards the progression as either a free to play or a lower ops player. Again, a G6 player is not going to be able to launch a vengeance. Got that? Makes sense. You've got to, all of there are requisition points all through this game. Prerequisite things that happen all through this game that are required and should be there, and it kind of drives your progression within the game. But by locking players out of content, you're just creating this. It's just making it worse in terms of socializing the game.
Because there should be a balance, and because I do agree that there are things that I understand the level locks. I totally get it. Just like what Pike, I think that was Pike talking, was saying. I completely agree. I get it, but there is that segregation happening, and it is like segmenting people to a point of disengaging them, and that's a problem.
Yeah, which is fair enough. But also, Quasel, your thoughts, because I know you're heading off. Anything you'd like to say?
It's a very tricky thing and very difficult because if you look at it from a design standpoint, if you allow acquisition from all ops levels, you would need to create hostiles for all ops levels. And if you look at the ship chart I shared in both chats, it's like there is 20 ships in G5-ish people have to work on. And when ships jump power-wise in generations, I mean, you can't give people that tool because then the content below that is totally overpowered. And that's already an issue. Or we had this with the Protector when people had 5 bigger ships in ops ranges where they might not be the best thing to have, Yeah. And I get it. It's an issue. But then people that might not be as involved as you and me in the community, they get into G5 and have 20 ships-ish to work on. And you give him yet another loop, and the next month yet another loop. I mean, I think part of it is preventing burnout because people have no idea on what to do next because it's too much.
Yeah, but also, Quasel, one thing Ascendancy has said, I know you heard it this morning, and this might make it quite a good discussion. He says, to summarize, free-to-play gaining 3 times acquisition loops, including getting the building to get to an appropriate level to engage, aka building 20 for the warp dive bar, etc., before dropping 1 per 100 days with the perfect engagement. So this is a never-ending grind that compounds and reducing engagement of free-to-play. The ask is BP acquisition quicker to fall within gaining 1 acquisition loop and losing 1 acquisition loop to keep free-to-play, continuing to keep up and not get overwhelmed and constantly being behind with compounding loop regression, even with the perfect engagement. I think that's a fair ask. Beach
Yeah, I mean...
Yeah, sorry. Beach Wells jumped in.
Oh, well, if Quasel has something to say and he has to go, so let him go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead, Quasel.
We had a discussion in the morning. Yeah, it's tricky because you need to, spenders as well need to work all the loops. So we're kind of working all on the same loops. And yes, free-to-play is behind it. And I agree that acquisition, especially lately, is way over the top, especially for the bug sphere, because, sorry, that should be reduced. They reduced it significantly for the Athena, because that was way worse, believe me. I'm a fan of like saying one blueprint for free and the rest per like essentially suggested like a second and a third option for heavy grinders. I do get that they kind of try to create perceived value because you buy early access by spending, and that's for sure part of their design.
Yeah.
So they need then to find other ways to get revenue in the game. Because one thing is sure, they won't give everybody the ship they want for free and then say, have fun with the design we created. But I get it. It's the frustration. And I think they miss the mark lately more often than not.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I hope they will reconsider the approach they're going with there.
Yeah, I think they've made some good changes, obviously, with the... I'll let Beach Whale jump in before I get into my comments. Go ahead, Beach.
On the note, goodbye.
Yeah, thanks.
Have a good one, Quazel.
Thanks, Quazel.
Just a couple of things I want to attack, not like in a bad way, that people brought up that I disagree with. Somebody brought up, and they kind of go together, is somebody said you can't code a ship to go all the way from G4 to G7, or you have to code, to give players the same rewards. That's why you're getting G3 and G4 and G5 when you're G7, because it's just easier to code. It's really not that easier for them to code things dynamically instead of static, and it doesn't add hours of overhead or thousands of dollars to overhead to do. It's just a design decision of, do we want to do it the right way or do we want to do it the wrong way? And I'm sorry, right now, they definitely code this game the wrong way. One other thing I want to bring up about the separation, I totally agree with that it's causing a separation of how people can do things. They need to go back to the old model where we got 3 new ships a year, longer arcs, less, hey, we're going to just keep shoving a new ship at you every other month and then give you no way to advance ships. My Spear's still not even tier 3 because I haven't spent a dime on it. And that was 3 months ago now? That's nuts.
2 months ago, yeah.
Well, 2 months ago still, but that's nuts that, you don't feel like you're making progress with it at all. And, so even for lower level players, that's even worse if they're dependent upon those ships to get through.
Yeah.
But one quick last thing there, I kind of lost my train of thought, is I think part of the separation too, or bringing enjoyment to the game, is there's so many events that happen during the week that there's no reward for me because I already have a max vengeance. Why do I still have an event that's giving me parts? I'm not going to go buy another vengeance. Why do I have, events that give me an officer that I already have maxed and nothing else in that reward? Why do I want to play a game when I don't get rewarded for playing?
Yeah. I
and
understand.
I think that's kind of where Ghost Pepper's going as well, is she's playing and doesn't feel like she's rewarded for playing, just on different ways.
And also, I hope if the SVP Cameron's going to get involved, these are some of the things that he can hear and sort of try and sort out. And one of the things that I wanted to say, but I know Redlentless wants to come in as well, so you might as well say your thing, because I've got something, and Brian Racer as well. So Brian Racer, you go first, please, buddy, and then Redlentless.
Well, sorry, I was driving. I would have jumped in earlier. I just wanted to wait till I had a stable connection.
And Tech One, don't worry, Tech One, I've got you, buddy. Sorry. Yeah, go on, Brian.
I was listening to Chris Pike talk earlier about how they're leaving a lot of people out this arc. I don't know if you touched on duo waves yet, because I was a little behind getting on the stream today.
Yeah.
But if you don't have the Athena, you cannot do wave 5+.
No, 100%. We just tested it, and you 100% can't go past wave. You can't do wave 5. Agreed.
And if both players don't have an Athena, you're probably not going to get to round 8.
No.
And right now, the morale's a little low. I could tell you on my server, there's probably 10 people that have that ship.
Yeah.
And I'm one of them. So you're leaving out an entire player base of G6 and G7s that are feeling very much what the G4 and G5s are feeling. with not being able to participate in the new arcs. But one more thing, and I'll let y'all get back to what you were talking about.
No worries.
We talked a lot today, or y'all talked a lot today about transporter patterns, officer depot tokens, officers that we can no longer use anything useful for. All we're getting is more transporter patterns or more officer XP.
Yeah.
Why can't they start working on a conversion tool to turn, if they're going to stay with an RNG based officer depot store, turn transporter patterns into officer depot tokens? It could be heavily taxed,
Yeah.
like everything else is that they convert.
Mm-hmm.
And for that matter, what we were talking about earlier with the G4 and G5 that G7 players are getting, G3 and G2 that the G5 players are getting.
Yeah.
Why couldn't they do a small pittance of some type of conversion?
Yeah. That could be something they could look at, but which is important as well. Tech One, jump in.
Yeah, I was just going to say that last night, Pepper and I were talking about this on MJ's show, that we have, we're on the same server. We're both admirals. We have very different alliances with different goals and so on. But one thing that we have in common is we are losing G4s and G5s at a ridiculous rate because they're not engaged, they're bored, apathy. They just feel like they're being pushed aside. They're being told, hey, you need to progress, but we're not going to give you enough to progress you fast enough. We're going to do it slowly. It's like you can't even spend money to get progressed that fast. They slow you down at every way they can.
Yeah.
And it's the one thing we have in common. And it just seems to be going in the wrong direction in that way.
Yeah, no, and that's also a very important point that's been brought on. So I completely agree with you, Tech One, with that one. And Ghost Pepper's like, yes, we lost another player last night. I think even with the quality of life improvements that have come in, that people are still, upset about, the game still, because, it takes a while to, sort out the debt for all these things. For example, like, let me show you on the screen. A lot of people don't realize this. Do you know in the game you have this button here? This button here in your missions, which takes you directly to STFC.space. That takes you directly. That is like amazing quality of life updates that people don't realize. And the thing is, because of all the stuff all the tech debt that they've done, things like this go under the radar. Why isn't this being shouted at? Why isn't the search engine being shouted at? Why isn't, clever things like this being, talked about as saying, well, look at this amazing thing that we did. Look at the amazing feedback that we have done. I didn't even know that button was there, General Hoke says. Oh my God, exactly. Because no one tells you. Like that button there takes you, STFC.space takes you to the mission section of exactly where it is in the mission. Then you can move it up and down and go, I've got these 3 missions I've got to do before I get to that. A lot of people don't even know that update. So you've got the search engine. You've got, you've got the bulk claim. All they said, oh, the bulk claim's there and you have to do a 7-day thing. Rather than saying the positives about it, hey, it makes your game easier. You now have to do this. You now have to do that. You can work your way through. It's absolutely, amazing. Those are the things they need to be shouting on the sky about. Why can't they communicate? I know August Valkyrie is exactly that. Little Tim says only niche people take about missions, but what it means is I never noticed that button. That button I just showed you there, you're all going, wait, what, there's a button in the missions? Yes, there is. How many times in the lower levels have you gone to a mission and gone, how many missions do I click on this one? Now you can click on it, it takes you exactly to where it is, and then boom, it tells you how many missions behind you are. Would love to take it a step further to see the missions still to do. Exactly, Susie Q22. Things like that needs to be communicated more and seen in. Yes, Tech One, before I go to Relentless.
Well, the thing is that all these quality of life improvements are fantastic. They're great, and we're all praising them. But how many of those quality of life improvements truly actually help you progress, which is what people are really trying to do? How is it helping your game get you further to the next level and so on? It's making your day go faster. Yay, that's cool. I will praise that all day long.
Yes.
But in some ways, it just feels like we're giving them so much, we're heaping all this praise on lipstick on a pig. It's like, can we fix the stuff that's really messing us up from going further in the game and actually getting stuff done?
Yeah, but the thing is, like, the guys just started, and I think this is absolutely important to sort of go, dude, brilliant, more of this. Like, if I had a meeting with him, right, I've had this in my head, but let's give Redlentless the floor, and then I'll read what Simon says, and then I'll move on to my comments. Sorry, Beachwell, I think you've muted yourself, so I think you're happy. Redlentless, go ahead, buddy.
Yeah, if you want to finish that thought, go ahead. I'm just gonna wind the clock back to the whole conversation about
No. Wind it back, because I want to actually finish on a positive. So yeah, please go ahead.
Okay, well, so I have this conversation with a lot of people in my alliance on nearly a daily basis. Hey, the game's moving on. I want to do this my way. This is the way I want to play my game. We've got completionists that want to check every box. We've got people that want to collect every ship, and I tell them the same thing every time. You can play your game the way you want to. I can't make you play any other way, but the game is moving on. If you want the new ship, you have to ops up. You need to do that in your time, the way you feel the most comfortable.
Yeah.
But the game is moving on. And some of the best players in our alliance are the ones that let go of the reins of, I need to check every box and complete every research and collect every ship and level it. Dude, you're going to be here for 100 years doing something that's entirely unnecessary. If you want to do that, and I'm talking about the players in my alliance, the people that I talk to regularly. And it's, dude, you can do that. Or if you want to do this new thing, or you want to complete, you want to, beat that next guy that's giving you a hard time, you need to move on. Find a version of progression that matches your gameplay, your game style.
Yeah.
And there's no keeping up with this game. It's constantly, there's new content, there's new shinies. But the idea that the game is going to stop, they've been telegraphing this shift for the last 2 years. They've been, several years, they've been moving the bar for content higher and higher and higher. And that's not going to change. And if it does change, they're walking back something that arguably makes the most sense for the game. The game is already difficult enough. We see how much trouble they have designing hostiles. Just this arc, for only 2 generations, they're having to walk back the difficulty of of the hostiles. It's the way that this game, that most games work. You move up at a higher level, you get the bigger armor, ship, whatever, and you do the next thing. This game, it's part of it is about progression. Finding that version of progression for each player is totally individual.
Yeah.
But the game is moving on.
Yeah.
And you've got to find a way to keep up with that.
I understand. Ghost Pepper, please jump in.
I'm sorry. I was going to say, and it should keep moving on because that's what's going to keep the game interesting. I am not against any of that. The problem is that the mid-ops aren't getting anything to build a foundation so we're successful when we get there, right? Like everyone else has already gone through the stuff that we're trying to go through now, and you have a good foundation, and leveling up makes sense. I'm not saying the game should not be giving the higher ups anything. I agree with that it's going to keep moving on, and it should. It absolutely should. But you can't ignore, like flat out ignore, the majority of your player base by not giving them anything at all. That's not okay. When there are things that they don't have to recreate the wheel, they don't need to make new stuff. We just need the things that you guys already have. That's all we're trying to do. And yes, everyone, play your game the way you want to play your game. If you want to speed up, if you want to slow down, whatever it is, fine. Absolutely, the game should keep moving forward. I support all of that 100%. That's my only part, is that we don't have anything at the mid-ops right now. We're completely ignored.
Yes, but we believe that will change next week. Like, we believe, like...
I hope so. I know, I saw that. I hope so.
Yeah, the discussion is to have that specifically next week, because I think that will open it up. Beachwell, jump on with your comments, and then I'll try and move this along to something else. Go ahead, buddy. Beachwell? Beachwell, you said you wanted to say something? No? Anything from you, Tech One? I think you unmuted, or are you good?
Oh, sorry. I thought I was unmuted.
Yeah, go on.
I am going to 100% disagree with Red, because all the game has done the last 2 years has gotten worse in every possible standpoint. because they try and push too much, too fast on the player base. So all they end up doing every month is releasing broken arc and broken content and broken ships and whatever. All they're doing is breaking stuff. Yes, the game needs to progress. It doesn't need to progress rapidly. You're not going to convince the majority of the player base to not do an entire loop because players want to do that. The majority of the players want to do that. So no, they're going the absolutely wrong direction with the game by trying to push things as fast as they can.
Yeah.
You brought up specifically, that's why they're having issues with these hostels. Well, yeah, when you release a new hostel every single month, guess what? Nothing's going to work right because you're not building something that's sustainable.
Yeah, I get that. And Isaac, just give me a chance because I'm also feeling exactly what you're feeling, buddy, which is insane. Let me read what Simon says. I think it's very good. It's mentioned earlier this week. Shockwave. I think this is not anger because it goes into the note from Pepper's teammate, a friend of mine as well, illustrates the point. Keys to solving the indifference: communication, not just when it's convenient and not last minute. Consistency. Example: recently there was an incident where players managed to do something that was unintended and their rewards were clawed back, and more recently it was possible to get 2 Athenas if you paid attention. But given that the history, many of those that knew about the option chose not to follow through to avoid the headache of accusations of exploitation and cheating. But we have multiple CCs with 2 ships. In much the same way, some people ended up with 2 GS-31s. There's no consistency in applications to their quotation mark rules. And corrections, this is twofold. But fixed bugs being worked on, but not only the information we get is from the CCs, not official. Rollback changes that negatively impact the game. Officer Depot tokens. I'm looking at you. Those are fantastic things. Do you know, if I had a meeting, I was thinking about this, right? If I had a meeting, what would I say? This is my pitch to them. I think the quality of life improvement is a fantastic, solid, basic, bog standard start. Thank you for doing that. The thing you need to look forward to are the things that you have missed all the years. Just complete them for players. Let me give you an example. FTs. Let us complete them. Just let us complete them. Go to every single person and allow all the FTs to go from 55 to 60. Step 2. You've already made players happy by just doing that and correcting something you've always done. Then what you need to do is you need to go to 3 months of an arc where you do and give players choices to progress the way they want to progress right now. This is very important for people to figure out, because what people need right now is to give you the time. You need to give us the goods. So give us the Officer Depot token. I have no doubt the Officer Depot token is going to come back. No one's spending in this Paragon event, and neither would I recommend it, and neither does any content creator do, right? And me as a player, I'm not spending on it. Why should I? What do I gain? You tell me the pitch of what I gain. I gain absolutely nothing. I want to progress and enjoy the game my way. I'm enjoying the game more right now because the little basic things that I've really wanted in life, they work. And that's incredible. I'm even noticing slight speed changes. And that is really important. You need to give people engaging arcs. You know that you have history of outstanding arcs you can just bring back. Copy and paste job. Do you know what I mean? Like, so many great arcs. You can even bring, taking the joke aside, the Mega Cube for the lower ops. You can bring all the ships arc. They're there. They're coded. They're ready. Just bring them. Let people enjoy those aspects of the game. That is fantastic. Also, start listening to your player base. Don't start going to specific people in specific places to get specific content, to get specific things. Not all CCs and not all moderators represent everybody. There are a massive diversity of players. Do you know what makes this specific space special? Is the amount of indifference from the different players, different places show that you can't please everybody easily. And then, it is just, you need to just go and enjoy the game for what it is. I love playing with my alliance. I love enjoying time with my alliance. I love spending time with my community. I love coming up with things together. Do you know what's really fun about watching Shockwave Prime do dual waves? It makes you go, cool. When I'm ready to do them, this is what the community brings. It brings you feedback. It brings you help. It brings you so much great things. Do you know what I want you to do? The FTs are improve them, right? Take the fusion rods, half them. right? The economy's not going to break. What it does do is allows people to play the game and not worry about what they need to get to play the game. And then thank you very much for doing that with the hostiles. These people, as they progress, they're going to work their way through. Where are the campaigns to show people how wonderful this game is working now, to allow other people to come back? You should have passion. You should take all the wonderful feedback that they come through. And the thing is, you'll never convince players. There are players like Beach Whale who are just fed up after all this time. There are players like, like MJ Hat's been playing it for a while. Redlentless has got a different opinion. Chris Pike's got a different opinion. Ghost Pepper, who's been like Ops 41 for like 17 years. People like that just take their time in doing so. But then you've got mathematicians, you've got snipers, you've got Shockwave Primes, you've got Albatrons who love that aspect of the game. All you have to do is just complete the things you've always told us you want to complete, and you watch this game change. If you went next week and said, all the FTs can be upgradable for free, you watch all the happiness. You go next week and you go, hey, mid-ops, we've given you the ship thing, we've done you that thing, you've got loads of events, go and enjoy them, and here are loads of great rewards. Do you know what else would be great? Why not then give with people, hey guys, we're going to go and fix the game, or we're not going to pause things, or we might pause things. Here's an extra BP on us as well, on top. Right? Same style. You watch people start falling in love and giving you more leeway and giving you time. You have not earned leeway yet. And that's the problem. And you're never going to convince people to change it. There are some very stubborn people in this game. Trust me. I deal with them every day. And I'm hopeful people will get there. What I see behind the scenes is quite a major shift. A major shift to even the point where I was going, wow, culture's a little bit different. Thank you for doing that, Cameron. Still go further and ensure it more. Beachwell, please finish it off in some way that's good, and then we'll go to MJ Hat.
I am going to finish it off in a way, and it's good. It touches on something you said and something a couple people said in chat. One fix for everything is quit trying to, and I know they're going to have to hire people to do this, but quit trying to build the whole game for everybody. There should be a specific G3 and G4 go together, G5 and G6 to go together, G7 and G8 go together. You don't even see that content until you reach an ops. That gives somebody a goal. Hey, that looks like cool content that I can't do because I'm not that generation yet. Maybe Ghost Pepper would be like, hey, I really want to do that in G5, and all my loops for G3 and 4 are done, because those loops were built for G3 and G4. Now I want to go do those loops that are built for G5 and G6. There's a starting point and an ending point for the loop. It's not spread out over 30, 40 ops levels. I think that would be a good direction for the game to go.
Yeah, thank you very much. MJ Hat, and then we'll go to Tech One.
All right. So just for a second, I just want to commend you, Nigel, because the things you're saying, I know you're seeing it on your side of things. I'm seeing it on mine too. There actually is a shift. People are more or less listening. If I can speak for a minute to this M90, okay?
Yeah.
We went in for the play test, right? Not me, but I was watching.
Yeah.
We went into the play test and things were rough. Then while they were testing M91, we gave feedback that was like, hey, this is too hard for a lot of people.
Yeah.
Quasel was on the forefront of that. So was Jules Verne.
Yeah.
Both of them pushing for the players. I really see, just in a week, they fixed it. In a week. It was a matter of adjusting numbers, and it was fine. The results are now in your own clients. How much easier is it for you to engage with the M90 stuff?
Yeah.
Now that 91's come out and they, what's the word I'm looking for? Edited it?
Yeah.
In any point, the feedback is actually getting through now.
Yeah.
Saying things are important. Communicating these things are important. There is people on the other side of the phone listening. That's it. It's that simple.
Yes.
So I agree.
No, fantastic. And Tech One.
Yeah, I just wanted to go back to what you were saying about, relaying stuff to the new SVP. One of the things that I would add to that is, from a technical corporate side of it, they got to stop being slaves to a release date. they have to hopefully open up their schedule a little bit more to give them more time to make sure that they're putting out excellence, not garbage. We are not their beta testers. They should be doing that long before it finally comes out. And they need to adopt the mentality of even the lowest person on the chain should be able to raise their hand and go, we have a showstopper here. Okay, this is a go, no go. Are we ready to put it out? Yes or no? And if we don't, we back it out and we say, sorry, folks, we have to wait. Something did not work. They're just, they keep pushing and pushing and pushing and pushing, but they aren't pushing quality. They're just pushing as fast as they can because they think they have to.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with. I mean, look, at the end of the day, yes, I agree, and they're pushing things hard. The thing that I'm trying to tell him, because this is a person who's probably doesn't know the game as much as what they sort of aspect. They have to make money, and I get that they're going to have to take a loss for 3 months to try and solve major issues that are going on. Whether they post content or not, that's their choice. But what I'm trying to give them is a list of very small things you can fix right now to allow people to play the game and do really well. You get those FTs up, people will be happy. The Vengeance is Mine event, you run it 3 times a week, you overlap it on a weekend of spend, you might see some numbers increase. You bring back Officer Depot tokens, more people will play. If you bring back the Mega Cube, Mufasa might actually enjoy himself for the first time. Do you know what I mean? Like, there's so many things that you can bring into this game. But I was also separate your people into the 20 to 40s and the the 41s to the 60s, so that you can combine a few events together. Bring back choice tokens to the battle passes to allow people to make decisions, because this is a game about strategy and decisions. This is not a casino where you play and there's RNG and you might play and you might get it. You need to allow that. There's loads of people here who are fantastic minds in the world who love to do the maths. Look at what Quasel just showed you. The maths are the highest degree of the highest things. People want to play this game and enjoy it in their way. Don't take every aspect away. Allow us to do the maths to do this. Allow us to move on with the hostile kills and crew jitsu. Allow us to have all this community stuff. Also, don't just have community stuff. You know what Pokemon Go does really well? They create community events everywhere around the world. Not just Star Trek The Cruise, not just everything in the States, but everywhere around the world, to allow people to come together to enjoy each other and to do that. You have content creators from every part of the world. Want to do a German tour? Want to do a UK tour? Why not speak to others? Why not also do what you need to do? People just want to enjoy it. Do you know what I love? I love when Maflat comes to me and says, I can't do PvP. And I say, Maflat, I'm going to teach you how not to do it because I suck at it as well. And we have a laugh and joke about it. That's the most amazing thing. When Ghost Pepper, look how much effort she puts into her alliance, which actually affects her progression. What if everything worked and everything in the alliance worked? Why can't we go as an alliance and an admiral and be able to talk to our alliance member with one message? Hey guys, territory capture is coming on at this point. This is what we need to do. Hey guys, we have, we're going to be defending a territory at this point. Hey guys, we're going to go and attack this person. Why can't we single select people? Why can't we have a friend list and not everybody's from different alliances? That's what the Veil sort of brought together. The Veil will be a discussion for another time. And there are people who are free to play who is G7. There's so many good things in this game that people really enjoy and adore and love. I don't want you to lose out on these players and they disappear, and it's hard to then get players back up to that level, because all you're doing is you're doing the Cylon Battlestar Galactica cycle. Strangely, another sci-fi, but if the way to stop the cycle from the Cylons to kill us, which is what you guys are doing, is to actually give us a chance to progress in a very choice, very pro player, very with outstanding communication, with determination to tell you loads, to even do you know what would be great? Do a communication, say, hey guys, here's a short video. Lube just released a great video about the Athena, but here's the one we've done in Scopely. Everything you guys have to do. There are players who are knowledgeable to a level that's beyond amazing. This is really, really important to figure out. To do that. And you know what, George? If I can sort out the 2 chartered planes, I will ensure that we get people to London, because we're going to have an event in London and I'm going to show you what it feels like to bring wonderful people together. And you're going to see how awesome this community is and the wonderful world that it brings together. And that's very important to me. I want you to fix the basics. Here we go. FTs, get them to 60. Do that tomorrow. That's the first thing you've got to do, right? Battle Pass, give us another one. The next one, add choice tokens. Go to the Officer Depot token, bring back the old one. The code's still there. Watch people do that. Even if you don't add officers for ages, just bring it back, right? Think about those 3 basic things, allows people time to then fix the game, work on the game, get the best thing on the game, and make it the game we've always loved and adored. I see you're unmuted, Beachwell. Go ahead.
I just wanted to comment on one thing MJ said, in that, again, you're talking about the players that play test. It's a very small part of the community they're listening to, not the larger community. And that was something you said as well, Nigel, is they need to listen to everybody, not just a few certain people.
Agreed.
Yeah. Go ahead.
If I can, okay. Nigel, my response to that would be the CCs and whatnot. You should use them as your ticket to get feedback in. I personally turn in some sort of feedback every single day. So while that's not the best way to go about things, that's the system we have for now. There are other ways. You can email them directly. You can send DMs, but honestly, if you want it to be heard, it's best to kind of leave it with one of the NDA content creators. And maybe I'm not the right one. I'm not everybody's flavor, and I know that. So
why should I have to leave my thoughts with somebody else who aren't necessarily going to represent my thoughts properly? And considering the VIP server, and I'm not trying to make this a thing about VIP, but that's supposed to be your VIP players. And I've posted multiple letters and asked that they be passed on. I've never heard if they were. I've never heard if anybody at Scopely listened. Nobody's ever reached out to me. That's supposed to be my way to get my feedback to Scopely as a VIP. And that doesn't happen.
You're not wrong.
I would say that
this is going the wrong way. I'm getting quite disappointed by all this, to be honest. Yeah. What is presented is like I'm obviously not getting listened to. So please say what you need to say, Chris Pike. I really need to move this stream on.
No, Nigel. So first of all, I agree with. So let me bolster what you'd have to say. So I agree. Those 3 things would be a great start, putting the ship back on track. What I would also say in response to Beach is, what I'm hearing is you don't feel like you're being heard because they're not communicating back something to you. And so what I would add to Nigel is that communication is important. We have said it over and over and over and over again. So I will add this one thing. A way to provide feedback to you and make sure that we are being heard, I guess is the best way to put it, right? Mm-hmm. So I know that in the VIP, I don't want to go down the VIP thing because that's exclusive. It's not people, that's everybody here. But through all of the mechanisms that we have as, content creators, as moderators, as the VIP and all the other options, we need to we need to know that when our messages go in, it's not an AI bot that goes, okay, and that's it, right? And it doesn't feel like it went anywhere. When quality things like what you just pointed out, like with the STFC space, with some of these other things, these accomplishments and the quality and stuff like that do need to be promoted, do need to be communicated. And I think they need to figure out how to do that better, because I just don't feel like it. Most players don't really have an idea of what's going on. They really don't. And you just saw it just here on the stream alone, right? Nobody knew.
Oh, we're losing you. We're losing you. I will just say this: like, none of it is AI, but everything that goes up to the feedback that we put in is quite substantial. We go into it with. Sorry, Chris Pike, we lost you because your internet dropped off. The one thing that people have to be aware of is all the feedback goes in with reports, with everything. Sorry, Chris Pike, buddy. We are losing him. We're losing him. Sorry, I'm just going to have to wait for you guys to move.
A lot of.
Yeah, sorry, Chris Pike, we're losing you, bud. The most important thing is just so people are aware, I put so much work in, like you do not understand. So it kind of just hits me hard because there are things that, that I get fought for from Arsenic, from me, from the CMs, from the CCs, and people put in. I can see a lot of the stuff that they do in, and obviously, not everyone's point of view gets taken. We put reports in, and we fight extremely hard. And the thing is, at the moment, like having a government in a country, you choose your person, you make them advocate for you, and that is the best solution right now to get the best amount of advice towards those people. And one of the important things that people have to realize is that you have to, like, for example, like Lube now lost the login counter. You watch him fight for that really heavily. The things that I push forward for and behind the scenes, I go to some people, some other people. Like I said, I don't have direct access to devs. I don't have direct access to a lot of people, but some of the live ops do respond in the channel that we have. Some people do respond on how they do things. And I'm hoping with the new SVP that he'll allow more of these feedbacks to go in. What I don't want to do is lose hope and heart. So when people's like, I want to go to them directly, I understand you have a direct thing. But at the moment, this is the feedback channel that we have to use. And this is the thing we got to do. Floyd Davino says some great things. You know what I love about you, Floyd? You're extremely honest on my in my stream, and something I adore about you, because I take your screenshots of your feedback quite a lot to them, because I know you're a mid-ops player that is determined that you has more events than just killing hostiles. And that is really imperative to do so. At the end of the day, I will continue fighting. Whether they listen to me or they don't, that's their choice. This is a channel that allows them the best amount of feedback in one space like we ever done. Lost In has even witnessed some of the things happen because I just go to the right people or go to the right CM or go to the right whatever. It doesn't mean it's my idea. It doesn't mean me speaking to anyone directly. I just manage it slightly differently and it gets somewhere. Same with Arsenic. Arsenic doesn't ask the same people. He goes to different people. He does that. Us as moderators, we see your feedback every day more than just anyone you've ever seen. And then Floyd Davino, this is a good example of a G5 player that's struggling to enjoy your game. So his points and what Lady Command say and what Ghost Pepper say and what Mufasa, well, no one cares what Mufasa says, but yeah, everyone else but Mufasa, because he likes Mega Cube, I'm kidding, is very important feedback. They want more events. They don't just want to kill hostiles. They want mine stuff. They might want to have an event, maybe bring Rialto Racing back. Bring back this thing that people enjoy. You don't have to stop the content. You can just limit the content a little bit less, but then bring something new to the game that's exciting and gets people going.
Thank you. Clip that. Put that somewhere. Exactly what you said is exactly what I've been trying for.
Exactly. And the most important thing that everyone's only here for, because we lost like 1 million viewers right now, is they're here for marbles. So unless anybody else would like to finish this off in a different way, I'd love to leave it on a slight positive if possible with that. And then we can move to marbles and our last day to do that. No, respect all. It's like Mufasa's throwing a hissy fit now. Jungle Boy is throwing Jungle Tarazan. All right, let's go, everyone, to Twitch. Let's finish off marbles for the month. This is absolutely amazing. Let's give away loads of stuff. Let's have a bit of fun. And thank you very much for such an outstanding discussion. And also, you watch the video carefully because it's giving you one hell of a clue. X-Wish for Point Play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Everyone, let's get yourselves in there. Marbles for all the marbles. Let's get a STFC briefings. You can get a mug of any sort you want. You can even get a mug from Lost In's channel, which I hope that I don't have to pay for, but I will beg him for a freebie. Spurred on, Exclamation Point Play. First, Ghost Walker, welcome in, Exclamation Point Play. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't lose out on winning a mug from STFC.Briefings.com. Let's get loads of people in. We're almost at 100. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Don't lose out on winning. Everyone's gone in there. Now, remember, today's the last day to get our last bit for Ambitious About Autism charity. Anything all subscriptions, all bits, all everything, including you can go to ! Tip. Everything goes to Ambitious About Autism for this month. Next month, we'll have someone else. Dave Strauss, you deserve a KJ Pity mug for all your losses. That's quite funny. ! Play, let's go. No, Dundesh, not the quack. It's the play. You have now been registered for Floyd DeVito, what is wrong with you? Floyd, I absolutely adore you, buddy. Honestly, you're someone I do always look at. Not race retrieving. Play, let's go. 107, 108, 109. We're getting loads of people. Lostin's chances to become the undisputed king of marbles is dropping down the drain. Lostin has dreamt of winning. Lostin has always wanted to win in his life, and he never wins anything. And if Lostin, can change his record. Iron Fister, you made it in. Lady Command, you made it in. Here we go. Our 200 viewers. That would be amazing. No, Beach. We need a mug that says I got mugged on STFC briefings. Yes, the KJ mug might be allowed to be said in every way possible. So bring it in. Here we go. Last people. I'm gonna press the button. Start. Here we go. 10 seconds to go. Why are there always people last minute? Come on in. Hi, Iron Fister. Lovely to see you, buddy. Come on in. Multiplayer. Let's go. Remember, 50 bits or more to cause some shenanigans. 100 bits or more to go 10 shenanigans in one go. And the race begins. They're moving across. Any battle. CDBTU is in his hot tub. Wow, 100 bits there by Raystarve. 100 bits there by Humble Sea. And the hype train's begun. And Green Tea takes a huge lead. He's winning with a cube, which is really weird. But Lostin's in the lead. Lostin's ahead. And Lostin just got pegged. Wait, I just said that sentence. Lostin, does that make sense? Lostin just got pegged. Lostin's going through Cobble Street. He's worked his way down, past the roundabout of doom, and then his desk is in the way. Wow, Lostin with 1,000 bits. Lostin with another 1,000 bits. Humble, C with 100 bits. Everyone's dying left, right, center. MJ Hat, what's happening? Duke Vengeance got thrusted. Lostin got touched. Lostin got dingled. Lostin got iced. Lostin got boosted. Flex Regus got restarted because he didn't hit leg day very strong. It's absolute chaos everywhere. Rage Stars working ways through. Lostin got iced. Daystar got restarted again. Tacos, Chemchecks got stat. It's havoc everywhere. Iron Fist with 100 bits to try and cause some havoc. Yap Lobster is going, what is going on? I'm going to stay back here because it's the less dangerous than that one. Flossie's taking the lead. And the hype train, I lost it with 2,000 bits. And Flossie avoided the hole. She jumped over it. And then she went through the other hole. You just lost it. Lostin just got boomed. Everyone's dying left, right, and center. And Captain Chris Pike with 10 gifted. And Green Tea's up in the air. Is he going to land? He lands still in there, but Omega J's in the lead. Omega J's got a chance to win for the first time in history. Crazy, you just died. Oh, no. Porque la barquecita que te jodé, porque le Farbinio. E11, 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 E. Oh, you just died. And it's a great Green Tea and E11, E11, E. And the battle between Green Tea's there. Green Tea and Omega J. Omega J and Green Tea. They're battling their way through. It's going to be a win. But another 1,000 bits by Lostin. Try to cause up havoc. Lostin sends Omega J back. Rage Star to the front. No one's trying to win. Goofy's in there. Mosher's now taking the lead. We almost had a winner, and then Lostin just went, hell, mother, no. I'm going to take you down. Lostin's like, I want my desk to be the desk of doom. Karasatak helped organize something really cool for the event in London. Karasatak misses. Mosher, this is your chance. You've got to win this. Look at these fantastic things. Sent us into oh, Mosher, you missed. Well, Green Tea, Mr. Tony Sir, and Goofy are the only 3 survivors. Who's going to win this? Green Tea's working his way through. Avoid the hole. Green Tea, this is your chance to win. You can't possibly miss here. You've just got to work your way through. Green Tea, there's a roundabout. You're going the wrong way. We're a level 5 hype train. It's unreal. The chaos is happening. MJ had prepare a prediction after this. Lost it with another 1,000 bits. Sends Green Tea to the beginning. Green Tea's at the beginning, and Green Tea's just dying. Green Tea's still alive. Green Tea's getting blown.
Well, that's everybody.
No, Green Tea's still alive. He's still alive. He hasn't finished yet. Green Tea's been hit again. Green Tea's spun left. He's curveballing his way left. Is Green Tea going to finish? He's still got a chance. Green Tea. Green Tea's not landing. I can't believe he's still up in the air, and no one won. Lostin ruined everything for everybody. Lostin, thank you so much for your unbelievable generosity. And we go again. What the crazy green tea flying up in the air. Expedition Pro play. Let's go. Wow, Lost in caused absolute havoc. There's a prediction there. I'll give you time to get your prediction in the channel. This is the last one of this month. Let's go. We had 127 people and they all died, every single one of them. This is your chance. Expedition Pro play into the chat. Don't lose out here. STFC Briefings mug. You can get the front page mug, which is also available still. There's loads of great stuff in there, and we're all at 200 viewers, so we're holding on quite well. Here we go, level 6 hype train, Expedition Point play. Don't forget to put your prediction in. Don't lose out on your prediction. I'll give you time to do the play. Lost in, thank you so much for your generosity. Send us there 6 sub or 3,000 bits to take us to the next level, and we've got plenty of time. Susie with another 5 gifted. Thank you so much for your generosity, Susie. You are so kind. Ambitious About Autism are absolutely gonna love this. They've been really, really helpful with that. General Darkfire, you made it in. Let's go. Lost in, you made it in. Exclamation point play. Let's go. We're 110. Fee swag. Free swag from account number 1 is still in there. Grey Sabers. Rapunzat is also in there. Ghost Peppers made it in there. Let's go. We're 112. So many people in there. And the predictions have gone in. MJ Hat, is this going to be interesting? Let's see what Lost in chose as a prediction. George, I think you made it in there as well. Here we go. I'm starting 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6. A head start boost is what goes hoping on. Jeff Games, you managed to make it in last minute. 2, 1. Here we go, MJ Hat. The battle begins. And let's see what happens. Is this going to be interesting?
Oh, Lord.
Oh my God. Oh, my God.
Bits.
Oh, 4,000 bits by Lost in, which means Chaos. And Dominus Prime, you got no gravity. Darth Greybo, you just been dingled not once but twice. That means you got DP'd, which is quite interesting. Lost in just got boomed everywhere. JP just had no gravity, and he's like, oh my God. And then E11E, Lost in's massive boosty thing, and then 100 bits by Rage Star, 100 bits Chris Pike, 200 bits by Dominus Prime, 100 bits by Humble C, and Retro Fury's still alive somehow. George with 2 bits to try and cause some havoc and cause confusion in every way, but Retro Fury's working her way through, and then we still have someone in the lead. That's CDBTU's taking the lead in his hot top. We're listening to this stream, which is quite disgusting. Everyone imagine CDBTU naked as Mad Hatter goes way ahead, goes through Cobbled Alley, down to Snicket. Yes, Lost in, I said Snicket. 1,000 bits by Lost in to cause yet more havoc. Everyone's dying. Is anyone going to finish this race? Lost in. 100 bits by Humble. See, what chaos is happening here? Grey Sabers, Matt Flat, you just died. Everyone's dying. I just died. And Carrius just died. Brightos just died. X-Force, you got thrusted right up the wazoo. X-Force, then you died from that thrusting, which sounds exciting. Lost in is still alive and he just got boomed. Evil Karnak, you just got dingled, no gravity. Retro Fury just being dingled. However, we're still watching Mad Hatter, who's still alive. Lost in with 2,000 bits and then throws Mad Hatter to the chaos. MJ Hat, well, we have a winner here. Just Games is trying to work his way to MJ Hat Alley past NetNiv Roundabout. As you realize, NetNiv doesn't come back to us here anymore. He goes and does other streams. MJ Hat, what's going on? What is the finishing stats here? I mean,
honestly,
yes.
I think Lost in is just trying to kill everybody because he voted 0 on the I think that's exactly the case. I'm guessing.
Lost in.
I'm guessing. I don't know.
A few minutes in there. A few. Fullman, you just won STFC.Briefings.com. A mug. We finally got a winner. Fullmin, congratulations on your win, buddy. Fullmin, you win a mug. Congratulations. Exclamation point Discord into the chat. Click on that. Join us. Find me on the right-hand side. Nigel, exec producer. Click on my name. Send me a DM and say, yo, blood, I won mug in it. Literally those exact words. We have 5 finishers. Maflat has sent us to the 5th finish, which means we finish on 5 finishers, MJ Hat. Congratulations, Fullman. You are a winner on a mug. So choose any mug from STFC.Briefings.com and we will sort that out for you, my friend. Congratulations on that one, sir. What a win. We had 5 finishers. Lost and tried to kill everybody. And who is the big winner here? Who is the big winner? Congratulations.
As soon as it tells me.
Fullman.
Susie Q.
Susie Q, of course. Congratulations. Fullman, thank you very much. I can see that you've seen it. Let's move on for giveaway number 2 out of 5. Let's go. Exclamation point play into the chat. Let's go. We're on level 9 hype train. My God, could we break the record on the last day? Anything can happen. I think it was 15. I can't remember.
It's possible.
15. Yeah, well, 15's too far away. That's way too far. So we got
15 and 30%.
15 to 30%, so 14 subs. 6.7k bits, and all that. People coming in, exclamation point play. I can't believe from 127 we had 5 finishers, so we managed to get that. Come on, guys, exclamation point play. Don't miss out. Robo Hesse is getting himself in there. You win merch here. So exclamation point play spurred on, which I read to Lost in as splurged on, which I thought was quite funny. I thought that's the sort of move that Lost in pulls out at night. Hey, love, do you want a bit of splurge on from Lost in? Yeah.
God.
Totally.
I know we're not rated for 18, so does Nigel just get away with everything because he's British?
Yes.
And they're just like, oh, he's British.
Yeah, a splurge on. A splurge. It's like when you splurge cash on things. You thought of something dirty. I know where you went. Your mind went to the dirty side.
That's what I do. It's just cash.
Yeah, just cash, right? Lost it. Yeah, just cash.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't think anything else. I don't imagine Lost in a fountain completely naked. Yes, laughing fat man has made it in.
Where?
Yes. What's the
I
plan?
mean, when I send you video, you don't have to imagine.
Cold Steve said
Oh
so.
yeah, of course.
That's
Cold
yeah,
Steve
that's
did
me.
say so. Hey, here we go.
My.
Here we go. Exclamation point. Oh, lost it. Oh my God, with 4,000 bits with 80 boosts. Lawson's getting all these boosts and still not winning, which is hilarious. Lawson just got boomed. But Bally Boom just got boomed. Broken Wolf just died. Ormuzzo just got ice. Goes Pepper got thrusted.
What do you got to say that?
Exactly. As you know, it's like, yeah, she just got thrusted. Filler Jake's got the internet. Holy shit. King Gaza just got restarted. Lostin got boomed again. His massive boom is sending him to the front. Ascendancy got dingled. Feet Washer got thrusted. That's weird. But if people like feet, that's their thing. Okay, that's fair enough. But he does have clean feet, which is great news. That's fantastic, Feet Washer. Confianza got ice. General Hoke, you got thrusted. Siridance, you got thrusted. Someone got dingled. Lum's ass got died. John Drell just died. Lostin got boomed yet again. That's how many things has went up his wazoo. You know what I mean? Like, and he's still alive in every way possible. Die Hard Kobe is still in the lead. People start trying to survive these things. Another 250 bits by Captain Chris Bite to try and send us into a frenzy. Albatron's like, I'll just go slowly from afar. George is like just there. Look at him. He's working past the roundabout saying, if I stay far away, I'll be safe. Amiga J with 50 bits just give himself a boost. And then here we go. Goovy and Calumet are battling round the corner. They work past the corner of doom. They've got a chance here. They go past Pebble Alley. And as they say, Lost in Britain, and I don't know if any British people will understand this one, you're going down Snicket. You're going down Snicket, innit, blood? You're going down Snicket, Lost in, aren't you? You love a Snicket. Oh, Ghost Pepper with 5 gifted. Thank you so much to send us into the next level of the hype train, which I can't believe we got to, which is absolutely insane. Level 9 complete, 18 subs to get us through level 10. Here we go. Cali Mested is working his way through. Cali Mested's got a chance to win this. Cali Mested, all you got to do is go through the hoop. Now, nice and easy. Why'd you jump over it? Simon Says is right behind. Someone's got to win this. Oh, Maximizer's Gomo's got a chance. Everyone's trying to work their way through. No one knows what's going to win. Lostin's worked around the corner. And we go back to the beginning. People are going to win. And Crazy! Oh my God! Crazy's finally won! Crazy's finally won! Holy mother of God. Slap my ass and call me Betty because Crazy just won. Crazy just won for the first time in 117 races and 3 rounds. Crazy has finally won a mug. Yep. After all that, he wins one single mug from STFC.Briefings.com. Crazy, DM me, my friend. Holy shit indeed. That is unreal. Crazy, you now can't say anything. We need to screenshot this, save it for the Hall of Fame. For the first time in 27 years, he's finally done it. Crazy has won, and a mug from STFC.Briefings.com. I think Lust it does for everything making them list. Yes, you just made the list, Crazy. You have finally won. Exclamation point play, you can win twice. If you win twice, you can then swap it for a t-shirt if you want. But this is for a mug. Here we go. Race number 3. About giveaway number 3 out of 5. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Get everybody in. Oh my God, to finish the level 10, we need 18 subs. Oh dear God, that's miles away. Okay, 18 subs to finish level 10. We got plenty of time, 3 minutes. Exclamation point play. Let's go. MJ Hat, this is going to be awesome and mind-blowing. Let's see what happens. E11E. Not as good as what Pow did. Oh my God! Lost it with 20 gifted. Lost it, stop it. Yeah, bad Lost it. You know, otherwise I'll take you down.
Break him.
I'm going to take you down Snicket. I'm going to take you down Snicket, Lostin. Yeah, you heard it. I'm going to take you down me Snicket. Yeah, you heard me, Loston. Loston's like, I don't understand what that means. If I don't understand what that means, it can't hurt me. I'll take you down Snicket, innit? Actually, you should tell Loop that you should take him down to Snicket. 109, here we go. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Lemon Snickety. No, Snicket is a, well, I'll let you guys find out what it is. It's actually nothing bad, but it's something that someone from North England would say, you know, like Lostin, who's like half British. Here we go. Pressing start. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 9.3k bits or 19 subs. 2, 1. Ostis, E-Force, you made the match to 8 last minute. Here we go. Just remember, everything goes to Ambitious Bot Autism. And the battle begins. And this is going to be, it seems like a quiet one. It's just everyone's avoiding the bombs and slowly working their way around. This is just an absolutely ambitious race. And then Free Swag, you just died. Simon Says with 1,000 bits. Sends everyone to a frenzy. He gets boosted. X-Force get double boosted by throwing 100 bits in. Fullman, you got no gravity. E11E. Got restarted. Not like Paolina, how she says it. She says it in the better way. E11E. Mufasa got iced. Oh, here's your cube, Mufasa. Your ice cube. Ha 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 ha! Enjoy your ice cube, Mufasa. You want a mega cube? Well, I can get you a bigger block of ice. At least I didn't die, Mufasa says. He's still alive in some way. Mufasa, who's known as dying everywhere.
No, he's dead.
No, we have a record break.
He died.
Mufasa died. Ghost Pepper jumped over. Sean Dog jumped over. The Curly Hulk jumped over. Callie Misted's got a chance to win. Callie Misted's got a chance here. Callie Misted jumped over it again. Lancelot is the winner of an STFC.Briefings.com mug. Loads of choices to choose from. You could choose from the front page superstar mug. And Brian Racer, you did finish second. John Drell third. Matt Flat, you're on a record breaking. Congratulations, Lancelot. Well done, buddy. Ghost Pepper, all you had to do was go through the hole, but you know, since your lack of experience in doing that, you know, that is something that you know should be watched about.
Excuse me.
Well,
the hole.
Well, you know, you should go down Snicket, innit? Everyone's going to search Snicket tonight and they'll never figure out what it is.
I know they are. That's funny as hell.
Yeah, top 3, and it's actually nothing bad. Whoa, Broken Wolf is like, what's happening? Here we go. Let's get to number 4. Congratulations, Lancelot. You know what to do. ! Discord. Find me on the right-hand side. Nigel, exec producer. Click on my name. Choose a mug from STFC.Briefings.com. You know, as well as some of the mugs from any of our wonderful thing in there. Let's get in there. Let's go. Exclamation point play. Alum has made it in last minute, which is fantastic news. Wow, this is absolutely fantastic. We're level 11 hype train with 1 minute 50 to go, 17 subs, 8.2k bits. Lancelot, don't forget to message me. Find something really cool from the site. Send me the link. I'll send you a redeem link in return. As a thank you. Let's go. Exclamation point play. Let's go. Thank you for whoever gave the last 100 quid that went to Ambitious About Autism. That's fantastic news. That completes what we're trying to get to, which is send an autistic actor to acting school through them, which will allow her to do well. Anything extra, obviously, will go to the charity if you guys wish. Exclamation point tip if you wish to do that. But all the everything from charity, today's the last day. All the subscriptions, all the bits, everything like that will go to them, which will be nice to do so. Exclamation point play. Let's go. 99. One more person. Anyone want to jump in? Make an even 100. Don't miss out. Exclamation point play. Yeah, we got a few jumping in. 101, 102. I think there might be ads. I can never tell when there is ads on this thing. It never seems to tell us, does it, MJ Hat's weird. Let's go.
No, I don't see it either.
Yeah, exactly. I just need to go to the moderator one. I usually go on the moderator version. You just type moderator before.
No, I'm on the moderator version and don't see it.
Oh, weird.
So I don't. Maybe that's just me. That's weird.
Yeah, let's start. Here we go. Green Tea, you made it. Halo, I think you've made it in. I think you're in there. 5.
But
4.
also, like, we've gifted so many subs. Like, who isn't subscribed at this point?
A lot of people. Darksmith has made it in last minute saying, I have been subscribed. So
20 seconds.
20 seconds to go for the hype train. And it's going to be over. Simon Says with 5.
Simon with 5.
And we're only 12 away. Here we go. It continues. 12 away from getting us there. 10 seconds to go. X-Force, here we go. X-Force just got boosted. Everyone's throwing 1,000 bits by Iron Fister. It's only, we're not long away.
10 subs. 10 subs, come on.
No, we lost it. The dream is over. We managed to get it there at the end. Thank you so much for the hype train, everybody. We completed the level 11. That's really kind of you. A chance to do so. We still got one more mug to give away at the end of this.
Oh, Chris Pike.
Chris Pike with 10.
Chris Pike.
Unlucky, buddy.
Thank you, buddy.
Thank you so much. Confianza, you collected them all. Confianza works his way through. What a fantastic thing. What a fantastic honor. John Drell, you just died. 12 Fantastic, you just died. Casting Chris Pike. I know F. It's good. It's still a hype train. Hype train's good. This is fantastic. It's all gifted anyway. Thank you, everybody that's donated in this month towards Ambitious by Autism. I have got a few lists of charities for next month. If anybody has any charities they really advocate about, care about, please do. 100 bits there by Sammy. Confianza is still not getting derailed. Ostis has made it to the end. We've still got one more race after this for one more last bit of merch. So don't worry, there's still one more to go. Confianza, easy win. You've just got to make it through the hole. You can't possibly miss. I mean, surely you can't miss. Confianza, you are the winner. Congratulations, Confianza. Fat Unicorn made it in. Here we go.
And just to remind all of you, like, Nigel gives everything away to charity. Like, absolutely support this because he just gives it away to charity.
Yeah, exactly. We give it away to charity. You know, I'm doing this for the love and the care and the fact that I want to be an advocate for these players. If I didn't think I was the right person, I wouldn't do it. Please enter...
Nigel gives it away for free. I see.
Yeah, it gives it away for
Yes, I did have that dirty undertone, but I was trying to be nice because this is a PG stream. So,
yeah, hey.
But also, for real, like Nigel does give everything away to charity. So please support, do whatever you want. It all goes to that.
Yeah, that's really kind of you. Also, Ghost Pepper, you'll see how much I'm punching. Colby's coming next week. She's going to sing for me, which is really kind.
Shut up.
Yeah, Colby, she's great.
He's adorable.
No, Colby is a woman who's a singer.
I said she.
Yeah, she's adorable. Nibas, who doesn't stream, but she's going to be live. She has her Substack as well and stuff like that. But she's going to sing STFC Briefings live. How cool is that? We'll have a band playing it. Is that going to be I just thought I'd throw a different thing in. We'll have like a national anthem. You know, we could be like, put our hands on our hearts and say, warp speed ahead.
Oh,
we're
God, no.
here
Absolutely.
to play.
No.
Yes.
No.
Exploring galaxies.
Let them sing. You need a not.
No, I don't care. I'll sing because, in karaoke,
Shots fired.
Angela, Chandler, I don't care. I'll still sing by the love of it.
I know you will.
I switch my play. The last marbles race of this before we raid out, which is absolutely amazing. We held good numbers, so congratulations, people. Thank you to getting us to the 200 who watched. Who sings that? Let them. Exactly. Warp speed ahead, we're here to play. MJ had, remember, Loston has promised to be backing vocals on this. That could be the thing that ruins the song.
100%.
Like, it could just ruin
100%.
the song. He has to be
You
in
want a
sync.
teaser?
No.
Absolutely. Let's hear it. Let's hear it.
Warp speed ahead, we're here to play.
I'm like, both ruin the song. Stop your mess.
All of a sudden, I felt the need to
I'm
deafen.
gonna shut this down.
The good news is Lostin, his laughing fat man has managed to make it into exclamation point play and feet washer. Your two favorite people are definitely in there. So here we go. Over 103. Here we go. Last one for an STFCbriefings.com mug. Let's go. Thanks, everyone, for your generosity. Let's send this race into a frenzy and into chaos. You have now been registered for non-existent ruck race, lost in. You can do exclamation point KJ if you lose, exclamation point cursed if you feel you're cursed from this. MJ Hat is taking the lead. Here we go. I know this is awesome, Ostis Valkyrie. Sammy Stitcher cheered for 100 bits to try and send in there.
Mistake. Mistake.
Oh, God, what's happening here? TGK 1989 is still ahead. TGK, you've got a chance to win a mug here. You're taking ahead of everybody. Sammy the Stitch has just sent everybody into death. Jakers Grey, Green Tea, Tacos Chemtech just died. Everyone's gone in death. Here we go. A Grastic Leak, Evil Karnak, a Lum, you just, Lum, porta chiara. Hola, potinimi, la matela, laminio. To the leftinio, to rightinio, la porta chiara, and lost in. Amen. Lum, you just died. So there you go. That's your prayer done for you. Lostin's done it for you as I try and take the lead. Here we go. FlexRex is like, gross, what's going on? Exclamation point KJ, Lady Patu says, you deserve a KJ pity mug for all your losses. You do. You can use exclamation point KJ. You can use exclamation point cursed if you feel cursed as well for some fun shenanigans that happen. And you can see we don't do really big, fun stuff, but we like to take fun of our players. Fuelman, who won earlier, is taking a huge lead. So Sammy the Stitch and Fuelman, 200 bits by Chris Pike, is sending everyone to a frenzy. TKG and Lum's ass just died. Fuzzy Triple, you just died a death. Trek Diva's got a chance. You are cursed, MJ Hat says, but if you put exclamation point cursed, you also get it in writing with the name. Professor Waz got a chance to win a mug here. Professor Waz, who hasn't won before. Gary Busey's like, nah, I'm taking the lead. You're not going to stop me from doing this. Professor Fusey, Rage Starve is working the way through. The chaos continues as we go do it. But is anyone going to figure out in the video what the clue is for the next thing that's coming? Gary Busey's working his way through. Gary Busey misses a hole. And Professor Waz, you're the first time winner. Professor Waz, you are the winner of an STFC.Briefings.com mug. Go to exclamation point Discord, Professor Waz. Find me the right-hand side. Nigel, exec producer, click on my name, send me at the event. Professor Waz, you are the winner. MJ Hat, you are second place. Professor Waz, would you like a mug from STFC.Briefings.com? Just type yes so we know you exist and are there. Professor Waz, I don't know if you're here. Someone tag him, please. Professor Waz. You have one. Discord. There you go, Professor Waz. Find me on the right-hand side, Nigel. I can see that you've done it. That's absolutely superb. Congratulations, people. MJ Hat is number 1. MJ Hat's number 2. MJ Hat number 3. Now, the thing is, can Lostin figure out the clue? Yes, please, to Switzerland. Don't worry about it. Professor Waz, just DM me my name. Choose a mug from STFC.Briefings.com. And then as you do that, that link, I'll send you a redeem link and it can go anywhere. We pay for everything here because we don't allow people or any of that stuff to do so. Now, can Lostin figure out our clue before we raid out? Now, I want to raid out with a big number, so I ask you to be kind. Don't worry, I'm not going to play the whole video. Once it gets past the ending part, I will raid us out. I appreciate you, I love you, and I might see you on Tuesday in a surprise stream because maybe we need to give away something. Or maybe there's someone big coming soon. Let's go.
Space, the final frontier.
These are the continuing voyages of the Starship Enterprise.
Its continuing mission to explore strange new worlds.
Boldly going where no man, where no one has gone before.
Warp 1, engage!
They used to say if a man could fly, he'd have wings. But he did fly. He discovered he had to.
You really want to head back out there?